Hey everyone. Today we're going to be playing Monster Hearts 2, which is an incredible indie TTRPG designed by Avery Alder. If you want to check out the module, feel free to use the command Monster Hearts. It will send you a link. This isn't sponsored or anything, but if you really like the game and you want to try something new, this one is phenomenal. It is like queer made, queer run. It's wonderful. We love to support things like that, especially if you're trying to branch out from D&D a little bit. But yeah, now I will introduce my players, and we'll get a popcorn. And I decided to pick on James the first time, so guess what? I'm picking on James again. Feel free to shout out any things you've got on, where to find you, all that kind of stuff.
I'm James. I use he, him pronouns. I'm also hugger-muggered. And most often you can find me in Kiki Do Stuff's streams, if anywhere, because my stream is not yet going, but will be soon. And I will popcorn it over to Diane.
Hey everyone, I'm Diana, also known as Diana of the Rose. I use she, her pronouns. I am a TTRPG content creator, and this is only my second time playing Monster Hearts, but as you guys can tell, I'm branching out into other games, so very excited to be here, very excited to have you guys watching. Let's popcorn over to Hannah.
Oh gosh, hi, I'm Hannah, also known as Hannah Plays D&D online. I do TikTok, and I recently bought a PC, so you can see streaming coming to you soon. Yeah, I use she, her pronouns, and that's basically me. I'm a popcorn, and head over Kiki.
Hi, I'm Kiki Does Stuff. I use she, they pronouns. You can find me at Kiki Do Stuff here on Twitch, or Kiki Does Stuff literally anywhere else. I do stuff. That's the best summary I can give you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I'm gonna pass it over to the lovely Ivy, my goth mother.
Not this time, I'm not.
Ominous.
In my
Hi,
heart.
I know. Hi, I'm Ivy. I was in a different game. That's why the joke. Hi, I'm Ivy. Pronouns are she, her. I'm Gamer the Girl everywhere else that you can possibly find me. When I'm not on Gamer the Girl, I'm over on Dice Cream Sandwich, where I'm a professional DM. When I'm not on Dice Cream Sandwich, I'm over on the Crit Awards. So it just depends on what day you find me. So, the Crit Awards is a TTRPG award show, so if you are interested in any of that, you can check it out there. And that's me. And I will pass it back to our lovely GM for the evening.
Hey, what's up? I'm Maddie. You may not know me. I'm the owner of Gear Twitch. I use she, her pronouns. And yeah, I'll popcorn. Oh, there's no one left. Horrifying. Anyways, very, very important is that we want to keep all of you safe here. If you weren't aware, Monster Hearts is heavily emotion-based, which means that sometimes we can come across triggering topics. Now, we all trust each other and we've had these conversations, but your safety is also paramount. So you'll notice that there's a command called content warnings. If you put that on, you will get a link to a Google Doc, which will be updated if it needs to be. That includes all of our content warnings. You'll notice that it is laid out in the system that is encouraged when you play Monster Hearts, which is lines and veils. It includes the veils and other. Veils are things that we may just mention in passing, but we won't role play out, and then other may be something that you'll see in detail. So if any of those things aren't your jam, feel free to watch and maybe step out when you need to, or anything like that. We love you. Safety is paramount. Also, another little warning is that some of us here are going to be playing people that aren't so nice. People will be fighting. People will cheat on each other. People will cause drama. These do not reflect the players. We are just having fun. We know amongst ourselves that we are just acting. I promise we are not crossing any lines with each other here. We are having fun. On top of that, most of us, I love how Diana said it's only my second time playing. The rest of us have never played this game before.
Oh shit!
Including me, the MC, the Master of Ceremonies. I've studied this game, but I've never played it before. So if we make mistakes or we misinterpret the rules or we play a little too much like D&D, we are so sorry. We're just little guys. Like, what are we meant to do? So yeah, if you are a lover of Monster Hearts and you see that we do something wrong, feel free to let us know kindly in the chat. If it's something that is heavily impacting anything or heavily putting down a player, then Tom will tell me, but like, we'll just make sure we pay attention to it next time. Just be nice about it. We're doing our best over here. And also, if you love this, we will be playing another session this time next week. Without the technical difficulties, I'm not going to promise
Don't say that.
Never mind.
Don't promise that.
No.
Don't do that.
Touch wood. Same time. This is a little 2-session moment, but yeah, we'll have a break in the middle. And yeah, I think that's everything. So we don't have an opening sequence, so I'm just going to launch right in. Alrighty. Nestled within a cradle of cliffs and misty forests is the small isolated town of Blackwood. Once a prosperous logging town, and now only has a lingering population of those too young or too attached to leave. Blackwood carries with it an eerie ambiance that anyone who hadn't grown up here might find unsettling. The town is cloaked in a perpetual autumn, and every building has a tale of warning, and every person has a secret. At the heart is Blackwood High, a weathered yet elegant building that exudes an air of faded grandeur. Its brick facades and towering arch windows are aged by worn wooden floorboards and creaking stairs. Today, excited students abandon their usual gathering spots on the front lawns to explore the halls. Last night was the annual break-in, where senior students sneak into the school and set up various pranks. Streamers across the stairwell, cling film across doorways, you name it, it's probably been done, because each and every year, the senior class tries to outdo the previous. Last year, one kid managed to sneak 2 fully grown goats into Principal Carter's office, so the bar was set pretty high, maybe too high, considering the 2 police officers who linger out by the front gate, talking to the guidance counselor and writing something down in a notebook. The school faculty always makes it a half day because most people would assume it's because the event that occurs that night, but most times it's theorized that it's because they have to spend time taking slime out of air conditioners before the weekend. But yeah, this break-in occurs at the same time every year, which is the night before prom. This year, the theme of prom is the Enchanted Masquerade, and with that announcement came a change. An element never before seen at Blackwood High. That was the day the Silent Network published its first post, stating it is time to unmask the students of Blackwood High. What followed was a series of smear campaigns about several senior students. They popped up with seemingly random pattern, always with a mountain of evidence pointing to a person's biggest lies, secrets, and scandals. Most recently, the account informed everyone of the secret life of the new kid, Jason Barlow. Your standard judgmental prude who likes humiliating others with the power of the good book and never shutting up about his parents building houses in Africa. Oh, how the mighty must fall. Now, I think you are all caught up on the goings-on of Blackwood High. So now I invite you all to imagine your history classroom from high school. The posters on the walls, the teacher sit, what the chairs sound like when they're pulled out by students and sat in. And now imagine a student entering, books in their hand, moving to their seat. Which one of you gets to class early?
I feel like I would.
All
My
right.
favorite subject.
Well, Dinah, would you like to describe your character to us?
Yeah, walking into the room is a somewhat tall, somewhat lanky woman. She's wearing mostly dark clothing, but she kind of sheds it as she steps in. This long plaid coat that looks like it was taken off the shelves of some thrift store, and no one wanted it due to the holes and patches that are covering it. But she kind of shrugs it off, revealing a kind of black cropped shirt over a white long sleeve shirt. She's got chokers and amulets, and across her fingers are a series of rings, all of which also seem to be taken from some sort of antique shop or thrift shop. It doesn't look like a single thing she owns is brand new. And on her bottom half, you can see a long skirt, also in plaid in a way that clashes with the plaid of her coat. She kind of steps towards the middle back of the classroom and kind of sets her book bag down, which is a old like leather satchel. It's got a bunch of pins all over it. Doesn't seem to be any sort of aesthetic in particular. There's one that looks like a single monstera leaf, one that looks like a Ouija board, one that looks like a skull. Seems to be very patchwork in her aesthetic. She kind of plops down in the back of the classroom, adjusts her glasses, and then pulls out a piece of paper and starts drawing. But instead of using a pencil, you can see she's got some charcoal in her hand and seems to be doing some sort of artwork.
Awesome. As Anastasia sits there, just drawing to herself, she can't help but kind of almost feeling it burn in her pocket, her phone. Always her mind drifting back to that DM that she received this morning. But her thoughts are promptly cut off by a miracle, which is Shit Dave arriving to class early, and you feel him slump into the seat next to you. He kind of almost like as casually as possible, but not casually at all. As always, Shit Dave has this like scrungly mess of hair that kind of resembles one of those like cool mullet wolf cuts, but it looks completely unintentional. Kind of the like scruff of a teenager that is trying to grow a beard, but it's not going so well. Constantly bloodshot eyes for some reason, and he kind of leans over to you very awkwardly, and it's just like, Anastasia. Hey, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Shit,
That's-
Dave, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing
Great.
amazing. Did you have a date for prom? And as he starts to say that, another person walks into the classroom. Who do you think would kind of arrive right as the bell is about to ring? So they look good in front of everyone, but they're making it when they need to.
Oh, I think I'm gonna claim that for Oliver.
Would you like to describe Oliver to us?
Absolutely. Rushing into the room because he, wasted a little. Because he wasted just a little bit too much time this morning outside, taking stock of whatever's going on out there, is a very pale, lanky but short young man with a shock of very black hair. Kind of looks like the wind could blow him away. He is wearing we'll go nerdy, very nerdy sort of. Although each of the items looks remarkably vintage and well kept. Sort of a silver pendant as the only jewelry he's wearing, and his bag being a sort of like vintage messenger bag, satchel style bag, with no decorations, no pins, just very prim, proper, and textbook already held under one arm to rush right across the room as quickly as possible to avoid talking to anyone, just into his seat closest to the side of the room.
Awesome. Yeah. And as you sit down, several people enter the room, almost flanked, walking eerily in unison. Kiki, would you like to describe your character to us?
Oh, of course. Charlotte walks into the room chatting to her little clique. We have Vi on the right, and we have
Mhm.
Tiff on the left. And in the back, who basically might as well not even be there, is Mel, trailing along as always. Um,
Mhm.
and she is just chatting, twirling her hair. She's wearing this like cropped sweater vest on top of an even like further cropped collared shirt. which definitely should not be is within the school uniform. However, you put your skirt a little bit higher and it happens to slide by for you. You don't know. Um, she wears 6-inch high heels, and thigh highs all the way up, just enough to leave your mind to wonder, but not enough to show anything special.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, uh, cloaked around you is your posse. Uh, Tiff Carter is this kind of bubbly cheerleader type, like the stereotype that comes into your mind when you think of a popular girl. She is kind of flouncing along, absolutely glued to her phone. You see that she's taken several pictures and videos of the pranks that have been around the classroom and is posting every single one to her story. She doesn't make stories, she makes textbooks, the way that her Insta stories are just never ending. She's one of those. And then she documents them in the little like archives that no one watches. But yeah, she kind of big blonde hair, kind of flouncing in next to you, chatting mindlessly about nothing. And to your other side is Vi. They are kind of dark, long hair, a little bit like Violet from The Incredibles core. And they are kind of no phone away, kind of studying everyone in the classroom. And you see that Vi's eyes kind of flick to you, Anastasia, and then flicks to Shit Dave, then flicks back to you, and then accepts it, and then kind of moves to sit down. Mel, trailing behind them, is kind of trying to catch up, looking kind of mousy brown hair, a plain girl who seems to try and dress up herself, but is kind of failing miserably and looks more like her clothes are wearing her, and kind of keeps going to like interrupt and make a point against Tiff, but keeps getting shut down, and moves to sit behind you. And as you sit, Vi leans in to you, Charlotte, and goes, "Someone must have really fucked up this year. There's police cars outside. This is crazy."
I mean, it could just be shit Dave, being messy again.
But like, is it like police car messy? Maybe they
It's
broke
shit Dave.
something. They probably just want to scare us. I heard Principal Card is trying to get the whole break-in thing banned, but they're just gonna do it anyway. So why even bother?
Exactly. Like, who wants to ruin good fun? It's our last year in this fucking hellhole. We might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see Jason walk in. This is gonna be fun. And on that, another figure walks in. I'll say Ivy. What does your character look like as she enters?
Yes, she all black. Wears too high a platform. She probably got them also at the thrift store. They don't look new, otherwise she's just had them forever. Her hair has a little too much gel in it as it's spiked up, swooped over one eye. Black hoodie. You don't normally see her in anything else. It's always a black hoodie and jeans and platforms. You're not sure she owns any other clothing. Um, a little bit of dirt on her hands. Maybe she was working this morning or picked up an extra shift right before she came in. Um, her eyes are red. She's wearing red contacts. You don't normally see her without. She probably also is not allowed to wear these. She doesn't care. She wears them anyways. Um, yeah, that's what she looks like as she slumps. She's got like way too many ear piercings and you're not sure if they're real. She didn't have them, like you see her interchange them all the time, so she's never going to fess up if they're real or not. As she goes and slumps in her chair in the far corner, kind of just sitting low in her seat, trying to like keep her head down.
Her knees clattering against the top of the desk because the demonians do not allow for
No,
sitting
not
in
at
a low
all.
desk. Kind of
It's
her legs
style
kind of have
over
to
comfort.
extend a little bit, and it's a bit like strange. But she's like, for the fit, for the fit.
Oliver's
yeah,
used to
it's-
feeling them underneath his chair, just pressing it.
It's style over comfort. That's just how it is.
Absolutely. And finally,
Yeah, and this is Wisp. I forgot to say her name.
this is Wisp. Actually no. I'll say you will watch as your homeroom teacher, Mrs. Roberts, the history teacher, opens the classroom door, heads in, and where some of you swore you remember putting up some prank things in here, every single one of them has been found and destroyed by this teacher. She does it every year. Like part of the challenge is trying to get one on Mrs. Roberts, but no. You'll never get on her. But
Wisp looks
she is
visibly upset. All of her
Yeah.
stickers that she hid around the room are gone.
Yeah. Mrs. Roberts is the history teacher, the type of like no nonsense teacher who is going to teach you extremely well, but you know absolutely nothing about her personal life. You know that she wears a wedding ring, but you have heard nothing about a partner. You don't know where she's from. Some of you don't even know her first name. So we're at that. But she walks in, kind of takes a seat, and as she goes to bring out the roll at that last very minute, as the rest of the people start to file in, running in, Hannah, would you like to describe your character to us?
Absolutely. You see a kind of scraggly, kind of rugged looking girl walk in. She has a ton of scars and band-aids and bruises all over her, like knuckles, face, and she is currently wearing a Blackwoods Bear varsity jacket that has been worn through kind of from constant wear. She has a kind of flannel underneath, and her hair's in this kind of mane that is just utterly uncontrollable. She walks into class with no backpack at all. It looks like she's torn a piece of paper out of something. It's just a single piece of paper. There's no book attached to it. Half a pencil that had been snapped in half. And then you know those
Mhm.
erasers that have like the stabbing holes in them?
Yeah.
One of those. And she quickly stumbles into class in the nick of time and sits at the back and just kind of nods to shit Dave in the corner, and plops herself down.
At the nick of time, Miss Bain, says Mrs. Roberts.
Miss Roberts. I made it. And she like winks at the teacher very inappropriately. She's like, and she holds up the piece of paper and was like, I brought materials this time.
Yeah, all right. So, students, first I will take the roll. She begins to read through the various names. It would be you. Alexandria Bain.
It's Alex. Told you the entire year. It's Alex.
Ezra Burak. You see a kind of classical jock sitting right up the front, directly in front of Charlotte, kind of like raises her hand and goes, "Here!" And continues looking out at a window, just slightly glazed over. And yeah, begins to cycle through the names. And you notice a missing desk is in front, and the person who usually occupies that desk, their name doesn't even show up in the roll call. It feels a little shorter than usual. You then all hear a knock at the door, and Mrs. Roberts looks up and kind of sighs, says, "We have some people who need to speak to you today. I expect you all to listen extremely well. This is serious. Okay, so no phones. Okay, I got eyes like a hawk. I will catch you." And the door opens, and you see Benjamin Hayes, the police chief, enters. He is a kind of older man, mustache. He has been in this role for decades. He's the type of real, like, country town policeman to, like, pull you over when you're speeding and just be like, what have I told you? Stop that. And kind of does nothing about it. He has never really had to do anything ever, except for the occasional breaking up of a party or something like that. And he walks in to address you all.
Could I dap this guy up? Because I feel like I would know him.
See?
From the
Can I?
So, let me get this straight. You in the very back corner of the classroom get to your feet and walk up to this guy.
Yeah, I fully go, Benji!
And you, before he even turns to face you, you just see him go. Then he turns to look at you, and as you, like, go to, like, raise your hand, he just, like, he seems to consider it for a second of, like, whether this is worth it. And then he just kind of, like, slaps at your hand and then moves to the front and just goes, take a seat.
As he, like, discards Alex's dap, I turn back towards her when she sits back down and goes, "Aw, even the pound's tired of you."
True.
It begins.
It begins. And he moves to the front and he says, hello everyone. I'm unfortunately have some bad news. I'm here to inform you that Jason Barlow, as of this morning, is considered a missing person. He left his residence at 4 p.m. yesterday and has not been seen since. If any of you have any information of the location of Mr. Barlow, please approach myself or Deputy Bain or your homeroom teacher. We will be in the principal's office for a few hours in the morning. Okay. Gonna go to a different classroom. And as he leaves, Vi pulls out their phone, kind of, like, very dexterously under the table, and texts Charlotte, or they text the group chat that you guys are all in, and says...
Mel's not. Everyone else is, but Mel's not. She's not there yet.
No, there's a different group chat with Mel in it, and then you guys have the other group chat without her.
Yeah,
and for some
the
reason,
one with Mel
with
is
her,
for ordering coffee.
Period. and texts you, I could give him some information about Barlow to the police, with the peach emoji and the little eggplant emoji.
I text back, LOL. Do you still have those Grindr screenshots?
And she texts back and says, everyone has them. And then sends them anyways. She has them in an album.
Excellent. Excellent, XOXOXO.
And Mrs. Roberts moves to the front of the classroom again and begins her lesson. So, would any of you guys like to do anything while this class is happening? Shit, Dave is kind of awkwardly staring at Anastasia occasionally, and then he, like, turns back, and then he looks at you. He's very unsubtle.
Would notice, but is very deliberately, like, eyes down on her paper, finishing out a charcoal drawing of what appears to be herself, but with distorted features. Hair is sticking up in all directions where it would normally be kind of, like, braided down and done up in a bow, and the mouth is all twisted in a form that is not humanly possible. The eyes are blurred out, and she is, like, kind of nervously, like, avoiding eye contact with him, and also not really paying attention to the lesson very much.
Alex, you just see Shit Dave kind of, like, lean back in his chair so you can see him, and he, like, looks over to you and it's just like,
Yeah, I'm basically being, you have no shot, dude. Not a chance.
and then he's
You're
like,
a Riz.
and he takes out his phone, but he's way more clumsy with it, and immediately Mrs. Roberts' eyes just clock onto him, and he just tucks it away and he just goes, just fell out of my pocket. Sorry. and continues to listen.
I think that Alex is going to obnoxiously play the drums with her two halves of a pencil. And that is what she's going to spend the hour doing.
The longer Alex continues that, the more audible the sigh from Oliver comes at the front of the room where he is diligently taking notes. Just
And Oliver, you hear someone next to you kind of like lean in and just whisper, and just it's Leonard Ashton, a fellow band kid, who just goes, "She's not even on beat. I can't handle this."
stay strong, Leo. Stay strong.
And his eye just twitches a little bit before he just, shoulders raised, just continues taking notes, looking like way too traumatized.
Wisp is taking shorthand notes that even she will not be able to read later. She'll like look back on it later and be like, I don't know what this was. It makes partial sense. Did this connect to this? And then off to the side, she's just drawing little doodles all over her page. That's what she's focused on. Oh, buzzword, I'll make a note. And then little doodle.
Period.
Buzzword, make a note. Little doodle. Ignoring
She writes down a
everybody else.
year. What happened during that year? Fuck knows.
Oh no. They don't know. They don't care. They're just making little doodles. Like, I'll definitely remember this later. And if not, I'll copy off of Oliver's homework. Yep. Like, oh, cool. Oliver's taking notes? Amazing.
Oliver is taking 2 pages of notes.
This
because someone is going to ask him for them.
This is not the first time a Wisp has asked Oliver of, hey, did we have a test tomorrow? Because I take 0 notes. Thank you. You're the best. Yeah.
And Oliver, as you do that, you kind of feel that crackle of dread run down your spine again. Almost, it was instinctual, but now just even that action feels more dangerous than it did before. And you think back to this morning, and you remember those photos, and it sticks with you, and you almost can't draw your mind away from even just the note passing, just being like, this, why did I even start doing this? This was a mistake. And you can't get that thought out of your mind. In fact, all of you, as soon as your mind drifts away from the lesson, that subtle thought comes back, and you think of that moment last night. You know who was in that room with you, and you know that it is each and every one of you saw what you did. You don't know if they also received a similar DM to you, but you know that they saw what you did. So if they say something, you don't know what will happen. And with that, Mrs. Roberts wraps up her class. It seemed to completely rush by as you were reflecting, and everyone gets up and continues on to their classes. What would you guys like to do? If you'd like to skip to the end of the half day, we can, or let me know what you would like to do while you're at school.
Oliver is going to
Really?
hang back and
No, you go.
Oliver's going to hang back in the hallway and just wait for Wisp so he can do the usual handoff of the rest of the notes, since Wisp took the first half of the notes in mid-class.
Yeah, when I come out of the room, I just already have a hand extended, but in the other hand, I have like a full, like, torn page just of little doodles, and it's like me trading off of, here, I drew you art. Give note.
Oliver absolutely takes it with the defeat of someone being handed like a toddler's like drawing, and is like, yeah, that's gonna go on the fridge, I guess. But just like the silent acceptance of like, I knew this was coming.
She is like, Wisp does not care what you do with them. They just, I don't know, something about it to her is like, yes, this is a transaction in my mind that makes it better. And that's why she takes it. Cool, thanks. Appreciate it. any other things I should probably study before our next test, or is this good?
That should be fine.
Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate it.
At about this point, Anastasia would trying to gather up her stuff as quickly as possible and get away from shit Dave, would be bustling out of the classroom, head down, and grabs Wisp by his arm and just goes, "Hey, Wisp! Hey!" Or sorry,
Shide, you're good.
no, I actually
Oliver?
I meant to talk about yeah, I meant Oliver.
Oliver, yes.
We're learning.
We're learning.
Oliver,
Just
would grab Oliver by the arm and go, "Hey, Oliver, so I meant to ask you something about this thing that your parents wanted about that clock," and then just bustle down the hallway towards next period.
Almost
clock-
like
I thought it
as
was
shit
the clock.
Dave goes to catch up with you, you just hear Mrs. Roberts' voice go, "Mr. Salazar," and everyone kind of goes, "What the fuck is that?" And almost shit Dave just pauses for a moment before goes, "Oh yeah," and moves to. All of you are aware that shit Dave is not this guy's name. His name is actually Victor Salazar. There
Oh,
was
shit
there was another drug dealer 4 years ahead who was called Dave, and then he didn't have as good stock, so he was shit Dave. And despite the fact that guy graduated 4 years ago, the name has stuck completely. He cannot escape it, and begins to talk to Mrs. Roberts about several weeks of homework that he has missed out on.
Charlotte just
would-
watches them go and is just leans over her click and she's like, that one has the worst taste in anyone. First shit Dave and now who the fuck is that again? Oh well.
Oliver, Webb, we've been over this.
How
No, I don't know
far
an Oliver.
away are you standing from me when you say this?
I think they're still in the
Okay,
classroom
great.
just watching
Just-
everyone leave.
Amazing. Just checking.
Yeah, I heard they fully made out. I don't even
Tongue and everything?
why. Yeah.
Oh. She better go get tested. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Mhm.
crazy. I'm totally freaked out by it. It's insane.
It's a good
Would
thing that she
really
sits over
love-
there and we sit over here.
I
Mel, is
would
my
love
homework
kind
done?
of
So
here.
yeah. And she kind of starts rifling through her bags where she had been actively taking notes of your conversations and rustles out and pulls out this very clean, pristine folder and just kind of very unsubtly hands it to you. But luckily, Mrs. Roberts is fully distracted by her brain-numbing conversation with shit Dave. There you go. So, are you guys having a pre's before prom, or because I just hadn't heard anything?
Oh, yeah. No. Your invite must still be in the mail. Don't worry about it. It'll get to you. We like to do hand invites here.
You guys mail it?
Yeah, it's so much more formal that way. For things that are this important, you only have prom once. Come on now.
That's
Why wouldn't you?
yeah. That is
You'd rather have a gigabyte
totally
of a
fair.
picture on your phone? Come on now.
Yeah.
The cams have cut out.
Oh, really?
I was literally
Yes.
just typing it in Discord.
I glanced over. I was like, ah.
I was like, hold on, is this me?
God?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah, totally. Yeah. And she just goes
I
back
would
to
really love to interrupt this conversation.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make a beeline for my buddy Ezra, and I'm gonna make
So
sure
this-
that Charlotte sees this.
I can't believe you dapped up that police officer. That was hard as fuck.
Dude,
Just
I don't know. It was just gonna. Me and
It's
him have a
crazy.
little handshake from practice that we do, and
Yeah.
I do take a glance over at Charlotte just to make a point of it. I was like, "Hey, are you gonna be at conditioning later?
What?
Because conditioning, Like you practice?
With your hair? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll be at
Yeah,
practice.
yeah. Okay,
Well,
cool. Because I need somebody that's gonna be able to
maybe.
handle my balls.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Ezra, Ezra, darling, we were actually
Yeah.
gonna go dress shopping after school today. Remember? You're gonna tell me how pretty I look. Yeah?
I don't need a dress.
No,
Oh,
you're gonna go
I
dress
got
shopping
it.
with me,
I
silly.
would love to place a hand on Ezra's arm to go, oh, you know what? I think you'd rock one.
Really? Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like so all about that like toxic masculinity. No, I mean non-toxic masculinity and stuff. Like
You got it.
I
You're getting
totally
there.
wear a dress. I totally wear. I'm not gonna, but I would. But I would
I
because I
give him a big
already
pat on the
I
shoulder.
already rented the suit, so like that's like $100, dude. Like I can't.
That's a lot.
And dresses are
Charlotte is glaring
expensive, dude.
daggers
I
at
had
Alex.
no idea. Anyways,
Yeah. Like,
listen. Babe, I think we can reach a middle ground here, babe. Okay, so
no.
how
You
about
should like hang out with your girl. I get it. She's got that look. Don't even worry about it, dude.
what
We
look?
can
And he
do it
turns
all
back towards
together.
you, Charlotte. Okay.
180.
Okay. Well, I kind of have to go to practice, or like, coach will like actually kill me. So, well, it's a half day, right? Which means like it's half the
Yeah.
day. So I will go dress shopping, straight after class. I'll see you at practice normal time, and then
Yeah, dude. I give him a little like bro tap up and I nod to Charlotte as I head out to find
see you
shit
later,
Dave.
babe.
Charlotte immediately like grabs her little hand sanitizer, is already putting it in Ezra's hand.
Oh yeah,
Don't know what
COVID
else it's
safe.
been.
Love it.
Yeah, COVID.
Yup. Ezra was the kind of guy where he like, despite the fact they were playing baseball and they were like very far away from each other, he was still like fully masked during games because he was like, I am an ally for sick people. Love him so much.
It's like for people.
I've got remedial algebra now, so I'll head off. See you later.
Bye.
See you tonight, shit day, for totally legal reasons. And he leaves.
I hate that fucking flea bag.
That was intense. Are you
It was
okay?
disgusting. It was
It
absolutely
was
disgusting, actually.
disgusting.
My
I was
skin is
just
crawling thinking about
I was just about to say that was disgusting. We are connected.
We
Love
are, in
you.
fact,
Love you so
connected.
much.
I know.
Love you. Love
We
you.
should go.
We should
No, we need to be
go.
fashionably late for the next class.
Yeah. She totals off. Tiff totals off. Kind of still tapping on her phone and goes like, everyone's talking about the fact that Jason's missing. This is crazy. He probably ran. He was like so embarrassed.
He probably
It's
went
kind
over
of
and got like
cringe.
shit-faced or something. He's fine.
I mean, he would be fine if he went off a cliff face, but yeah.
But who the fuck goes off a cliff face? Who's dumb enough to go near a cliff?
Lots of people. I think they actually go there pretty often to like drink. I think that sounds right. I think I have a couple of Facebook events there. They just kind of say Outlook. And I'm like, I assume they mean Lovers Leap Outlook. It makes sense.
If they're going to the cliff to drink, then they're doing it on purpose. Let's go. Not to the cliff, to our next class.
Okay. She tells off. Who said they were approaching Shit Dave?
I said I was approaching shit Dave.
Shit Dave finishes off their talk with Miss Robertson. Goes like, yeah, totally. Yeah. You got it. It's bro's promise. Bro's promise. I'll get that to you ASAP. ASAParino. And then he turns back to you and goes like, hey, what's up?
Dude, you're totally killing it with that girl.
I know, right?
Like the whiz level is 0.
I really thought I was rushing into it, but when she like, she's playing hard again, I get it. But like
Dude, respectfully, from one bro to another, you're
Yeah?
killing me here, Smalls. Like, you gotta. No, I put my hand on his back and I go,
Whoa.
I got you. I
Okay.
kind of know where. I think I got. we can work something out. Okay. By the way, I know you're dropping stuff off tonight. Do you mind like spotting me like a
Yeah.
little? Just you're the
You're my
man,
bro.
shit, Dave.
You're my bros to bros. And in
Me
bro
and
code with bros gives
bros
soft
gives
drink to each other. You know? So I
totally.
said soft drink in an
Oh,
American
me-
accent. Pop. Soda.
Pop.
Yeah. I heard someone
Me and
say
shit,
it
Dave for
once.
sure have like a secret handshake. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
There's like
But
snapping and
he
shit. There's
always
like a
fucks it
needle.
up halfway through, so you keep having to simplify it, but then he'll keep fucking it
It's-
up anyways.
It's like he's on lag.
Yeah.
Like he's just working just a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, we like totally made out last.
Wait, really? Dude. I dap him up again. That's all I can do. My man.
And for a second I was like, I didn't know I took the stuff that, like, I thought I took the pink ones instead of the blue ones, and I was just seeing what wasn't meant to be sawed. But dude,
Sorry.
it
So
was
you-
real.
So you didn't actually kiss a girl.
No, I
You
did. I
just-
did. I straight up did. Like, that's my point. I did. I wasn't on. Well,
did?
I was on drugs, but I wasn't on like the fake, like, think of fake things drugs. Like, I was fully there.
You were in it.
Yeah. Oh,
You want to know what?
Yeah.
You want to know what, Dave? Good for you.
thanks.
I swear.
That's so.
All right. You're my
Yeah.
bro.
Anyways, I'll find you later. See you later.
Yeah, cool.
I might half day this half day, and he just leaves. So yeah, you guys carry on with your classes, all of you spreading out, doing your various things. No one is paying attention. You see people keep pulling out their phones, showing off the various dresses that they've brought. You see there is a absolute drama because Tiff has found out that someone in a different homeroom might be wearing the same dress as her, and she's probably going to like find and kill her. So Tiff's off handling that.
Oh my.
Yeah, she's even like she's like pulled out all of the dresses that she owns and is like going to give this girl dresses so that they don't wear the same thing. Like, they might be different colors, but everyone will know.
I'll give her the orange one. You look amazing in it.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too
I can
slutty to
handle
give away to
this.
nobody.
I know. Yeah. So this is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but you know what? We're gonna figure it out. Stay positive. I'm really manifesting that she just, I don't know, like, just doesn't show up. Maybe she'll get hit by a car or something. We can only hope. We'll figure it out. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Deep breaths, deep breaths. No, I can't ruin my makeup. And continues, and Vi is already like typing on their phone.
If you're gonna cry, go do it in the bathroom. You can't show weakness out here. God.
It's okay, Tiff. I sorted it. She won't be showing up in that dress. Trust me. I got you, babe. She's like, oh my god. Vi, I freaking love you. I love you so much. I love you. Love you. And Vi just nods.
Good job, darlings. Okay. Now, what the fuck are we going to do about... Looks behind, like, no, without turning her head, like, glances behind to see if Mel is still there.
She is.
others who might try to ruin our night.
Do you guys have like a break or something? Because I've got to, like, I'm gonna be late for class.
Oh, well, we can't risk your academics. You can go. Go right ahead. We'll meet up with you
Okay,
later.
just text me if you guys talk about anything. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
call my
of
dad and get him to
course.
check the mailbox. Okay, see you later. Love.
Elbow for lunch?
Well, yeah.
Elbow for lunch. Yeah, okay, we'll send you
Okay.
our orders. Bye.
Okay, bye. And she scurries off.
The
Yeah.
only boba place here is across town, right?
Yeah. She might Uber Eats it though.
Yeah, it's still gonna take her a while. Do you think she would risk it being late with Uber Eats?
We'll see, I guess. But
Oh, well.
well, when she doesn't show up to Pre's, that'll be fine. But like, I guess we can just like everyone will be at prom. It's big enough that we can like shoo her off with somebody.
That's true. Maybe. No, I don't want to send her with shit, Dave. I feel
Yeah,
like I'd be
that.
affected by association.
Yeah, you don't want that. That just
Ugh.
no. That's
Mm.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later,
Maybe we'll send her with
toodles. And they kind of
Toodles!
glide away, and as does Tiff. Wisp, you feel
Yep.
someone kind of sidle up to you and link arms with you, and
Of course.
kind of like pull you away, and you see Rook Wilson, known as by some the Arche, by others the Mean Gay, just kind of pulls you aside and goes, so are you bringing anyone yet?
For what?
Prom.
No.
Why not? We talked about this.
Okay, so we talked about this, and I said maybe. I never agreed to anything. You don't have it in writing.
And I never agreed for you to not show up to someone for prom, so...
Did you ask anybody yet?
Yes.
Did you get turned down?
Maybe.
Okay. Is this you just asking me to go with you?
Can we just go together?
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
All right. I'm not asking anybody else. So I guess this is fine.
They keep walking along.
No one's going to believe us that we're going like as a couple. It's just friends. So
Yeah, no, I would seriously think they were like mentally
Blind?
deficient or blind or something. I don't know.
you can wear a dress. I'll wear a suit. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
What color are
Oh
you
my
wearing? I
God,
want to make sure
wait.
my tie matches.
I've already had at least 3 people ask me if I've hooked up with Jason Barlow, and I think I'm gonna kill myself. I
Oh.
can't.
You didn't,
Why
though,
do
right?
they-
Like you would have told me that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes. I
Amazing.
would have held it as a badge of honor. Okay. Can you imagine
Okay.
turning that guy? He made
I
my life a
mean-
living hell. Well, not really. He'd just kind of yell at me and wave a Bible occasionally and be like, "You're going to hell," and I was like, "See you there, bitch." Like,
remember the when he was like putting those pamphlets in everyone's lockers, and we were like,
That
we
was
know
weird.
it's you. Like you can't even say it's not you.
and they were too thick, so they kind of ended up
It's
like
just-
scrunkled and they'll kind of hanging out halfway through.
The trash
It was
the
kinda
trash
pathetic.
was just full of them. It was ridiculous. Anyways, just tell me what color your suit or your dress is so I can match my tie, and then I'll just steal one of my dad's.
I think I'm
That'd be
gonna wear like a blazer like with a skirt, so it's kind of like in between.
Ooh, yes, love. Okay, great. I'll make sure.
I have like 3 to choose from. I'll send you pics.
Amazing.
Actually,
Cool.
I can send you pics right now.
Oh, you just have pictures. When did you just try them
There
all
you
on? And okay, cool.
He's not the only one on Grindr, and he walks off.
Yeah.
See you in art.
Bye. And she'll just continue walking to her next class. She is lazy about it. They are so lazy about walking there. They do not care if they are late. They just kind of end up on time on accident every single time, even if
Fair
it's close.
enough.
Yep, that is where they head.
Very fair. The rest of you, kind of the lingering reality on your minds. All of you, as you the principal's office door is kind of in the center of the school, and throughout the day, all of you continue to walk past it. You can see the shadows of silhouettes in there of the 2 police officers waiting for any information about the disappearance of Jason Barlow. And do any of you linger? Do any of you go in?
I would really love to hang out around it
Shit.
just to see if anybody else goes in.
Very fair.
I think I walk by one too many times where it's suspicious of that. I'm curious of who else is in there. I'll wave to Alex a little bit, just on occasion, and then just keep walking as if I'm not staking out the place. And then I'll just ignore
And
it.
both of you, as you make eye contact, remember both being in Mrs. Roberts' classroom, you sticking stickers up on the wall, Alex doing some weird shit in the corner that got immediately taken down. And both of you, I think, easily make that assumption that you are doing the exact same thing.
I take a look at Wisp, and all I do is I'm leaning up against the wall, puffed my jacket out. If they walk by like 3-4 times, at the time that they look at me,
I'll stop and settle up next to you. I'm just curious, that's all. I'm just seeing if anybody else is in there. That's all.
I'm doing the same thing. You're not gonna
No.
say anything, right?
No.
Okay.
Were you gonna say anything?
Cool. Yeah. No. I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm making sure that.
Let's see. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything.
Okay, great. See,
Cool.
so we're fine. I'm just, just curious if anybody else.
Yeah,
is...
we're like good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Of course we're good.
Yeah, okay.
Why would it be not
Always.
be good? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
okay. Are you gonna come by later?
Yeah, I need to.
Okay. It's just
Uh,
it's I know it's your business and all, but it's been a while. I just want to make sure.
It's been harder.
Sure.
Anyways, yeah, I'll visit. I promise.
Okay. I'm gonna do one more walk by and act like I definitely just forgot where I was going. And I'll just leave. She'll do one more walk by and then I'll head to where I'm supposed to be going. Probably another class that I've just been lazily ignoring.
I'm rocking up easily 15 minutes late to my next class.
Yeah. As you step to leave, Alex, your phone buzzes. And you see the notification, and immediately the same dread hits you as you receive another DM from the Silent Network that just says, "Careful now. I'm watching."
Alex looks at her phone and looks around to any of the cameras, and because they got CCTV in schools in America because it's America, and I'm going to politely and walk off.
As you look up, you see every single one of them is pointed at you.
All Alex does is she tries to stifle a bit of fear in this moment.
See the ... of typing.
All Alex does is, as she has seen in the back of cities, she's done ride-alongs with her dad before, and she just puts her phone in her pocket.
As you turn it off, you see the dots disappear.
She takes a deep breath, trying to keep her cool demeanor. and she is going to not put her hands down and walk to class before shoving them deep into her pockets and popping her collar.
The rest of you, is there anything you want to do while classes are still in session before you are all dismissed for the night?
She just
Charlotte
had one
definitely
comment.
earlier. Oh, sorry.
Go,
Charlotte
go.
definitely earlier walked with like malicious intent towards the principal's office, like she was gonna say something, and then saw those two motherfuckers conspiring out there, and was just immediately went, you know what? I'm actually gonna head to the bathroom and touch up my lip gloss. I'll be right back.
Fair enough.
All I had is when Oliver gets pulled away by Anastasia, it is straight up the only comment from him is, "Oh, now you want to avoid shit, Dave."
Okay, look, it's never. He thinks
don't-
it's way more
I-
serious than it is.
I don't need to know, and I don't want to know, and I've seen enough.
Great. Do you want to switch shifts maybe today so I don't have to go linger anywhere? I can just go straight to work after school.
Yeah, sure.
Great, thank you. Do you want to see something?
No, I'm good.
Okay. See you later. And then I'll wander to someone else's classroom and kind of like poke my head in real fast. I don't have art on my schedule, but I'm going to poke into the art teacher's classroom, just kind of like look around, reach through the doorway over to one of the shelves nearby and grab like just like an extra bit of charcoal, hold it up to the teacher, raise an eyebrow, and just kind of like
Miss Rodriguez, who is kind of the like hippie vibe teacher, who's like, I think she wants to be the gays love her, but like she could never be the gays love her as much as Miss Williams, but she tries. And she's just like, you got it, kid. You, deep into your soul, you take that, you express it. Okay? You talk anytime. I'm always here.
I'm leaving like halfway through this sentence.
Okay, see you later.
And then I go to my actual classroom.
Awesome. With that, the rest of you continue on with your classes, occasionally walking by the principal's office. Eventually, you do see that those shadows disappear as the police officers leave for the day. They just stayed for like maybe 2 hours at the start of the day and head back to the police building to do their jobs. And everyone, very excited, is waiting for the bell to ring, like the opening scene in High School Musical 2. Like, it's everything. And as that bell rings and all the teachers in unison yell, "The bell doesn't dismiss you, I do," everyone leaves. Immediately, girls rushing to their makeup appointments and already talking about how they have no time to do their hair, despite the fact prom is in about 7 hours, and all rushing off into different directions. And I think, Alex, as you leave, you kind of keep looking up towards the cameras, just kind of, and they're normal, but occasionally you look at one and you look back and you look back again and it's moved, almost like blinked, kind of like the angels from Doctor Who style, and you
I
just
hated those things.
Yep. You just feel those chills down and you feel your like shoulders lock up towards your ears as you just like quickly dart out of the school. And for divine reasons, for coincidence, some may say plot relevance, all of you kind of find yourselves, for some reason or another, lingering at the top step. People rushing past you as all of you kind of feel your phones, that kind of phantom vibrate, and all of you pull them out to see nothing at the same time. Kind of a little bit of pixelation in the corner before you look up and all of you make eye contact. the same eye contact you all made last night after you looked out of that window. What do you do?
Fuck me.
Thank you.
Just gonna kind of like tuck my phone away and kind of try and find Oliver again and just kind of like raise one eyebrow.
Oliver just kind of does like the head tilt, shoulder shrug. You see him putting his shattered phone back in his own pocket.
Classic.
I'm gonna tuck my phone away back in my satchel and just kind of continue on.
Awesome. So, Anastasia, you head to your work shift, I imagine? Anastasia?
Oh.
Yep.
I thought you said Angel for a sec, and I was like, who?
Who is that?
Who's the angel?
I would, yeah, I'd pretty much immediately head towards definitely taking some side streets, cutting through some backyards, as opposed to taking the main roads, just in an effort to completely avoid shit Dave and anyone associated with him.
Very valid. You don't see any sign of him. He left like 5 hours ago and he hasn't come back. But you continue through, eventually approaching where you work, which is the Sosa's Antique Shop, a lovely little kind of a hole in the wall type thing that is just filled with beautiful knickknacks, kind of also donated clothing, books, you name it, it's probably in there. It looks like Hal's bedroom from Hal's Moving Castle. Like, it's insane, but also extremely pretty to look at. Organized chaos. And as you enter, you see one of Oliver's parents, which is... Why can't I find anything?
Is it mom or dad?
Oh,
Margaret
yeah.
or Arthur?
There they are. Found them. Margaret is working the counter and kind of raises her hand and go, "Oh, hello, Anastasia. Welcome back. All right,
Hey, Marge.
so, hey, sweethearts. Okay, so, do you know where Oliver is? Right? I think he's meant to be working.
We switched shifts. I
Okay.
told him he could take the afternoon directly after school off, relax a little bit, have some time to himself before prom. I hope that's okay. I'm just gonna...
No, it's totally fine. You're such a sweetheart. Okay, come on back here.
Thanks, Marge. Alrighty.
We'll get you started, sweetie. All right. And she kind of gives you the lowdown of what has been up to today, which is fuck all as usual. And as you begin your shift, which is mainly just sitting, standing, looking at the various items to see if you want to buy them for yourself, and you notice that because you are here all the time, you just, in that way where you work in retail, you're almost consistently aware of the stock that you have, and you can tell where things have drastically changed, especially when you don't have a lot of turnover in terms of sales. In the usually full bookshelves, you notice that like a huge stack of these beautiful vintage books are no longer there. And part of you thinks, hell yeah, Marge just made a shit ton of profit just now. And you remember all of those books were kind of about like a mixture of things, usually like fairy tales, folklore. Some of them are about the occult, spirituality, and that kind of stuff. And all of those have been sold.
I immediately start like double checking the bookshelf just to make sure that none are left. I'm like, shit, I was reading that one. Fuck. Hey Marge, do you want me to put out some more of these books? Some of the more occulty type ones? Do you want...
Oh yeah. Oh, we sold them all in one hit
Yeah.
too. It was really good. It was probably our biggest sale of the month, even. It was
Was it
like,
the library or
know,
something
like
that bought them?
5 whole books. That was like $20 whole. It was
That's
intense. It was crazy. Yeah. No, it wasn't the library. It was a young man bought them all. Yeah.
oh.
I hadn't seen him before.
Does he go to the school?
He looked about that age, kinda average looking, brown hair. He kinda bought them all. He was in a right rush, so he was. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I think I've got the, and she kind of they still do like fully by the book. Like they have books, they don't have computers. And it's like fully cash only. And she looks through and she goes, "Oh yeah, there it is. Jason Barlow? Do you know him?"
Yeah. He does go to the school. Sorry,
He
when did
must
he
have lots of money.
$20 worth, yeah. Can
Yeah.
I like slightly like sidle over next to her and kind of like look over at the book and see if there's any info on like when it was purchased?
It looks like you haven't worked in a little bit, kind of with the time before prom. Both you and Oliver's schedules get super hectic. Like all of the assignments are due, so most of the time, the two parents kind of take over that time and let you guys have your time. So you haven't worked in a little while, and you see that he bought the books 3 days ago.
And I'd never seen him in there prior, right?
No, you probably get the idea he wouldn't want to be caught dead in there.
Huh.
Because it's full of devil worship things.
Interesting. Okay, thanks, Marge.
Yes,
Next time, would you
welcome.
set aside the one on medicinal herbs for me, though? I was kind of hoping, I was saving up money to buy.
Oh, sweetie, I didn't know.
Well,
Well,
it's okay,
if
it's fine.
anyone ever donates a book about medicinal herbs again, I'll put it right on the side, I promise. I don't know when we would get another one, but I will.
Okay.
Cross my heart.
Yep. And hope to die.
Oh,
Is that
sure. That too.
not okay? Great.
And she pats you on the shoulder and then disappears out the back, which is actually, and upstairs, which is actually Oliver's house, because their home is attached to this little shop.
As she
And-
disappears.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna kind of like take a cursory look around the store, see if there's anything else of note, and if not, I'm gonna try and like kind of go behind the counter, start acting as if I'm minding the store, ready for customers, which there are never any, and then pull out of my bag just a giant, almost like a Tupperware, like those big,
Mm.
but the glass ones, like Pyrex style, and it's currently covered with a sheet of thin, like plastic wrap almost, but with a bunch of holes stabbed in the top. And inside there is a single cockroach, just kind of like scuttling around in circles. And I'm gonna try and find some like wood scraps and wood glue and try and like almost build furniture for the little guy. Just like quickly lifting the corner and dropping in a little makeshift chair, closing it up again, dropping in like a stick and a bit of moss. Then just kind of sit and like stare at it for the majority of the extremely boring shift.
Yeah. Occasionally you get like a rushed like guy in who is just looks around and then seems to like rush towards the only suit you guys have, and he dumps it on the table and goes, "How much?"
It'd be 25.
Okay. And he reaches in and he proceeds to pay you using like singles and like 1-5 and kind of blasts them over and goes, "Thanks," and just runs out.
Okay. I took the the suit, which was obviously way too big for the guy, and I kind of like
Oh,
look at him
yeah.
judgingly on the way out, but then tuck the money away and continue
like-
staring at the guy.
Full sprinting out of that store.
Do I know who it was?
I'll say that it was. You know what? I'll say that it was Trevor Monahan, who's kind of seen as this like geeky kid. And I'll say that throughout the lessons that you have been with him in, he has just been looking insanely stressed. You had heard through the grapevine that he wasn't going to show up because no one had asked him, and now he is rushing to go. So you think someone might have asked him this morning, and he did not plan on getting asked to prom.
Huh. Alright, and I just kind of like continue. Chin on the countertop, staring
Yeah.
down my little cockroach buddy.
The rest of you, what are you guys up to? Nothing. All right, so
Yes,
Yes,
Eventually,
No,
eventually,
no,
I do
I'm
have to go
nervous.
home, as much as
No,
I'm avoiding it.
We were
Yeah.
all being mindful of who's talking first. So none of us said
just
anything.
interrupt each other. It's fine.
No, I'll go for it. I'll go for it. I am getting ready, of which I put my hair into a ponytail.
Mhm.
Up, which is very different. It's not so much a ponytail as it is an upped rat's nest that has like Hagrid in that one scene where he attempts to comb it out.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best here, but on top of the very uncomfortable dress that is a hand-me-down from my mom, I am wearing the varsity jacket over top.
Mhm.
And I'm heading to the graveyard to do some stuff. And I see my dad sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
and
I'll say as you kind of as you're in your room just kind of getting ready so you don't have to go home again, and you're like, I can just go straight there.
Why do they make these this way? Jesus Christ.
Why are they like this? And
There's no movement.
as you kind of are going about your business, grabbing your stuff quickly, and you're just dreading having to go downstairs, and you're just thinking about where you need to be, you feel your phone buzz again.
And she picks it up and looks at it.
And there's nothing there. No notification, but you swore you felt it. And then
Sticks her fingers in her ears and kind of like...
You hear, as you do that, and you kind of like, I can hear all, you hear a very soft creak coming from your wardrobe.
I immediately snap my head towards the wardrobe. And there's a little bit of a snarl almost from underneath. I tighten my Converse, which I am inevitably wearing to prom, because I will not be caught dead in heels.
Cool, unique, different, not like other girls.
And I am going to... Alex Payne is a fight first, think later kind of person. So she is literally just going to go up and throw the thing open and just scream.
As you throw it open and you go to scream, it kind of dies out sharply as you see a cold, pale hand flop down. And I think we'll go to a break there.
What?
Daddy.
We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
What?
people. What happened last time is we had some people, they went to school. Oh god, that's me. You met some people, you went to school, you know, dead body. Anyway, speaking of, Alex, you see this pale hand flop out as you open your cupboard, and you feel it slump against the door, heavy.
Alex is immediately going to go, oh shit, oh fuck, and like hop back.
And as you do, the doors swing open, and you see the body of Jason Barlow tumble out of the closet. He looks almost like movie dead. Like there's no blood, there's no anything. He's just like white glazed eyes staring out, kind of skin pale. It's almost perfect. And he slumps against your bed, and almost like his eyes look out, but they seem to kind of land in your direction when he slumps against the floor. In the same outfit you saw him in last night.
Right. Alex is gonna quickly take the nearest thing and poke him.
Does nothing.
And I go, this isn't fucking funny, Dave.
Dave comes out with an no, kidding.
I look around the room. I feel like I'm being punked, but as the kind of reality sets in, I go, oh fuck, there's a dead body in my closet.
Your phone buzzes. There's nothing there.
I throw my phone against the wall.
And as you go to throw it, you see it glitch. And you throw it against the wall, and it lands face down, screen bright white against the carpet.
I take my varsity jacket and throw it over the phone.
You do so.
And I'm going to very quickly look over Jason to see if there are any bite marks.
There are not.
Okay. So, seeing that there's no, like, tearing or biting or teeth or any of that jazz, she's going to, 1, panic, 2, look out from her bedroom door. There's a kind of a staircase, and you can kind of see into the living room where her dad is usually passed out on the couch. I'm just going to check that he's in his usual nighttime stupor of
I'm going to say, as you do all of this and approach, can you just roll to keep your cool? First roll again!
First roll!
I am not... And it's 2d6.
It's 2d6 and then your cold modifier.
We got a -1, baby.
Friends d6 is fine. I got some love.
Baby. 5.
Alright. You gain a point of experience as you fail to keep your cool.
Great.
You are
That's fair.
kind of, you're like, I've got this, and you're walking, and you almost don't, your ears are ringing, and you don't realize how heavily you're breathing as you start to go into some sort of panic. I think with your experience points, I think at this point you just get to choose another ability, so feel free to choose that in a sec if you want to. But, and as you kind of approach to your dad, you see that you thought he was just sitting on the couch. You see that he's actually leaned down and tying his shoelaces, almost like on the way out of the school. He just came home and then is going to head back to the precinct, and he looks up at you and goes, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready for prom. Dad, it's tonight, remember?
Yeah. Did you go for a run or something? You're
Yeah. Conditioning. Gotta
Right.
keep up the bod
Yeah.
for sponsors.
So
Yeah.
So you bringing anyone to prom or?
No, bit of a lone wolf this time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, have fun, and the dinner's in the freezer if you need it. I've got to go to work.
Alex stifles the little bit of hope that she had that her dad might be like excited to see her and like her dress, and it just is crushed. As she just goes, "Thanks, Tony. I will see you around." As she just shuts the door over very gently and then is like pressed against it once it's closed. As she slumps to the floor.
Yeah, you hear your father pick up his keys and leave the house, driving away.
Okay. Alex is not calm. And she doesn't know what to do, so she is going to call the very first person that she thinks of. It would usually be Shit Dave, but Shit Dave screwed her over the last time that they did shenanigans, and that's why she has community service. So
he didn't mean to fall asleep.
Call.
It was a depressant. He got
You're
eepy.
on watch, Dave.
He had a little sleep. He needed a little nap.
Yeah, well now I have two months of community service. It sucks. I think Alex is going to take out her phone and she's going to message Ivy. Emergency now. Wisp.
Who's Ivy?
Is gonna be like, emergency now, my place. And I'm gonna send it off.
Wisp, where are you when you receive this text?
Wisp is probably like in the shed at the graveyard, hanging up some shovels that have just been left out, or hanging up equipment.
Actually, really quickly.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, we're gonna rewind a tiny bit.
Oh.
Because very funnily enough, you've walked right into my trap now.
Another body.
This time it's his finger. You kind of doing your usual routine, and as you head to the shed, you kind of feel your phone buzz, and before you can reach for it, you open it, and you kind of reel back a little bit weirded out, because everything in the shed is like not where it usually is. Some of it's missing, and also there's just shit everywhere. There's papers all over the floor. There's like a pillow there for some reason, and it looks like they've been like ripped out of like a book or something. And you kind of look and you're like, your first thought is that some freshmen have like tried to sneak in here and maybe like did the deed, thinking that no one would ever come in here. But yeah, then you receive the message from Alex.
My first thought is, oh, these stupid freshmen, because we've had to deal with this before. And then my second thought goes, oh, it was just the little brother being obnoxious, making more work for me. And then it goes back to, well, why is the pillow here? That's weird. And then I look at my phone, and then thinking I'm funny, not realizing like quite to the extent of this emergency is did you get stuck in your dress? ? But I start hanging things up, waiting for the response to see if this is an actual emergency or if I'm just being a little shit. Like, that's basically her response.
Alex is going to, not in typical teenage fashion, pick up the phone and call Ivy.
Oh. Wisp immediately picks up. Like, at that point, it's like, oh shit. It's like, what? Dude, I was joking. Are you good?
Alex is panicking. You get to my house now. We have a situation, and you gotta believe me. I didn't do it.
Very calmly, Wisp asks, "Is your dad dead?"
No, my dad left. Please, can you just get here?
Okay. Yeah,
please.
I'm on
And
it.
she hangs up the phone.
Okay. I abandoned the shed. I text my father. Emergency came up at school. I gotta go. I'll pick up an extra shift later. That's all he gets.
Your dad just sends you a thumbs up in response, which he doesn't think is passive aggressive. He just thinks that's how emojis
Yeah,
work.
of course.
But it is passive aggressive.
Is
Incredible.
that not how
Doesn't mean it
emojis work?
though. You can like picture him like typing on his phone, smiling to himself, thinking that he knows how things work, and it just never comes across right.
Not ever. I've tried to tell him dozens of times. He doesn't listen. It's fine. He's doing his best, you know? And then I immediately start trying to get to I don't know how far away
Alex, it's a small
lives, but
town. It's small. You just like run over there. It probably takes you like 5-7 minutes. Like
they sprint. They are like a dead sprint. This is an unusual situation. They don't normally run for things. This is a time that they will run. And they will immediately knock on the front door frantically and then not wait for a response to just open the door after they've knocked once. Alex, you good?
Yeah. Alex is pacing in the living room with her arms crossed, and she is going to grab Ivy and be like, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason is in my closet. And I don't mean like in the joking sense, like he is literally in my closet.
Did you put him?
No, I didn't put him in my fucking closet.
I'm just asking. I'm covering bases.
And I am like pushing her up the stairs.
Wisp was like, okay. I'm going. Did you put him there? Like,
just look.
Okay. Well,
and he is slumped over the floor.
What? Okay.
As you return to the room, the body's gone.
Alex
is freaking out. She is losing. She is literally on the verge of tears as she is. Like, it's not even. She doesn't have the capacity for like fear or sadness. It's just anger in various forms. And she is pacing, and she's like, no.
Look, I know things have been rough for you lately. Like, is this just like
no? Ivy, you have to believe me. Jason Barlow's body was in my closet, and my phone was acting weird. And I know you got a message because I got a message, and I am not going down for this shit.
Okay. I am going to then start investigating the closet. Like, this is where Alex says it came from. I'm going to do my due diligence and believe them to look, because it's not very often I get to see Alex this panicked and stressed, and that's weird. So, like, the chill is gone.
The doors are still open. You see that there is like a bunch of clothes that have been crumpled against each other, and there is a sort of gap where you think someone might be able to sit in there.
Okay. Were they like stood up? Were they sitting down? Like, what was the
It was like a movie scene. Like, I've seen a dead body before, but it was just him slumped over in the closet. He had no markings. I looked him over. I was freaking out before. I wouldn't have called you if I didn't. He was there, Ivy.
Okay. I believe you. I as Wisp just kind of puts her hands on your shoulders. I believe you. We'll figure it out. Did you get any other weird texts? Like, you called me. Did you get anything else?
I take a look at my phone, and I turn to Ivy and I say, "Give me your phone."
Oh, okay. Wisp will hand over the phone.
I'm going to stack the phones, and I'm going to put them outside of the room, and I'm going to close the door.
What did you... Okay.
I know I sound like some crazy tin hat. Do you see what I mean? And the cameras today, the cameras were watching us. If you looked at the cameras, they were Ivy. I'm
always,
freaking out.
Okay, I always assume the cameras are watching. I'm gonna be okay. Hold on. I need to just check it. You don't have to look. I'll check it. Okay. I'll then walk over and I'll open the door and flip over both the phones.
You see both of you have a missed call from an unknown number.
Wisp picks up her phone and redials.
All right. You hear it ring once before you just hear silence, but that kind of like white noise silence when you can tell it's gone through. And it carries on for a second before you begin to hear the sounds of like muttering voices. You hear, I don't know about this. It's gonna be fine. I've done this before. It won't even hurt. No, what do you? And it is unmistakably the voice of Alex. And then you hear inhuman growling before the line hangs up.
Wisp slowly turn back to Alex.
Who is rocking on the bed. I'm not made for this shit. I play baseball, I hit things, I am not made for this.
So, an unknown number called. I called it back. I heard your voice on the line. I'm not sure what that was. Like, you're okay, right? Like, you're...
Alex looks a little confused and kind of looks to herself and goes, besides freaking out, yes?
Yeah, I mean, like, physically, like, nobody, like, hurt you or things like that, right?
I mean, I threw out my shoulder last year,
I remember, yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? What did you hear?
Something about, you screamed, I think. I don't know, I've never heard you
I don't
scream.
scream.
I know, that's
No,
why I'm confused. I've never heard
I don't know
that.
what you heard. It was speak.
Okay.
It was AI.
It was AI. Yeah, you hear a lot of those AI phone calls. Nowadays.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about like don't hurt you or something. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard you that panicked or scared.
Very gently place a hand on Wisp's shoulder. And I'm just gonna squeeze it a little bit. Just enough to be like, as I turned to her, you didn't hear anything. It wasn't real. I'm just freaking out.
Hey Hannah, do you want to turn someone on?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, I would.
Could you please?
Okay, finally.
Could you please roll to turn someone on for me? 2d6 adding your heart modifier.
I'm gonna pick my gay dice and my black dice, and I'm gonna put them together, and I'm gonna roll this. A little ASMR. Ooh. $12, baby.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Alrighty. Wisp, how do you react to this? You can see if you look at your sheet, there's some little reactions next to turn someone on, or you're welcome to react however you would see fit. Obviously, you feel some sort of compulsion to listen to what she is telling you.
Yeah, I think that she believes you. I think that they're not going to question anything else, and okay, yep, okay. They've never seen you this way, so it's a little awkward for them. This is a very intimate type of moment between the two of them that she's not experienced before, especially in this way. So, with this particular person, it's okay. I heard nothing.
Alex is gonna bite the scar on her lower lip and remove her hand, but she does the Darcy flex, if you will, before she shakes it off, and she kind of goes, I think you know what? I think it's just a lot with the dress, and the whole thing, and that's probably
Sure. Yeah.
why. Sorry.
You're fine. I will look at my phone.
I pick yeah.
Yeah, on your phone, Alex, is a DM that just says, why are you lying? Why are you lying to your friend?
Oh.
Can I turn it to Wisp?
Wisp, you look at a blank screen.
Do you see that?
Wisp,
I feel like I'm going crazy here. Like, Alex is like not. She's a very level-headed person, but she is literally on the verge of tears from this gaslighting.
Okay,
You do see the phone seems to glitch slightly. And then you notice, without a buzz, your phone screen lights up.
I will look at my phone.
And it's another DM. You haven't received one since this morning. The original. That just says, liar, liar. You know what you heard.
I will just turn it off and put it back in my pocket. Alex, you're not crazy. I don't know what's happening. Something is happening, obviously, as I'm slowly walking past you and closing the closet doors. That way we don't have to continue thinking about it. Almost like pushing it out of your mind to close these doors. It's a lot. Do you tell you what, do you want to get out of here? You can stay with me tonight. I know there's prom, but
Yeah,
let's do you wanna
please.
Yeah.
I'm
that'll
gonna
be happy to see you, I'm sure.
I'm gonna be bold and maybe
Ooh.
take Wisp's hand as I pull her out. I was like, we're leaving. We're going. I grabbed my keys.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Awesome.
fucking leaving. I pick up my varsity jacket, I throw it over my shoulder. I don't need anything else. We're going.
Okay. All right.
I
I guess
think
you could just text
as
your
you
dad.
guys head towards the graveyard, heading back towards your house, for the second time, Anastasia, you watch as first Wisp sprinted past the window, and now you see them fast walking past the window with an Alex who is absolutely not keeping her cool in any way and looks comatose as they're dragged next to her, just ranting occasionally, and they're just staring into the distance.
I think I wave at the window thinking Oliver's on shift, not quite realizing they've switched shifts. Wave.
Oliver,
Oh.
did you say you were heading home?
James, we
I was
can't
in
hear
fact
you.
heading home.
Yeah. I think you probably approach, around the corner to approach the door, kind of as this exchange happens, and Wisp, as you go to wave in the window, you look to the side and see Oliver standing there and just go,
It's
Oh.
switch hands. It's wait, hold up. I then wave go like this to both of them. Pretty straight face. There's not really a smile. Normally Wisp will at least throw a little cocky smile both your ways, but no, it is just straight face. Just wave, keep walking. Don't engage.
Are you Are you okay? Just
I'll text
but,
you.
I
I'm gonna kinda,
I
like,
actually
step toward-
stop.
Ooh,
Yeah, I stop us, and I go.
I bump into you. Oh, shit.
I turn around to Wisp and go. Something freaky's happening.
Yep.
Books, freaky
Yeah.
people, freaky knowledge. I am not smart. This is not my forte.
Okay. All right.
But she knows
And
books
I
have
go-
information.
That's it.
She
That's
knows
the
that.
extent of the knowledge.
Mhm.
I go. I shout to Oliver. I go, Oliver, hey,
oh,
and I pull Ivy with me.
It's like, okay. She like Wisp has not been pulled along this melon for a while. They're like, okay, I guess we're going this way now. That's fine. All right.
Oliver like makes it like I guess we're probably like meeting like right in the front
Yeah.
of the like viewing hole of the antique shop.
The door's a
So
little too
it's-
narrow, and all of you kind of get like, "Oh, sorry, you go." Oh,
Oliver's
sorry.
got his like he's like pulling his cello behind him. It's on wheels, so he was like that's why he's so late to get home. Is he was getting his instrument home. He's just like,
This is
all
a
right.
whole scene in front of the antique shop.
I know, I'm just staring at it, and I'm just like, I look down at the cockroach, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, Mordecai. I'm gonna finish this bed later, and then I'm gonna like close up the Tupperware and just like, I start to put it back in the backpack, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of dark, and then I go and like put him by a window, and then I like roll up my sleeves and I head towards the front of the door and I throw it open, and I'm like, can I help you?
Yes.
Hi.
You don't have any cameras in there, do you?
I know.
don't
The
know.
owners
I
wouldn't know how to
don't-
work. I mean, Oliver, they wouldn't know how to work a camera, right?
Okay.
My
we're,
dad has no
we're going
idea how to
inside.
use an MP3 player.
I start like pushing people through the door.
Okay. I go.
I get everyone in like a little like huddle, and I go, okay, you all got weird shit's happening.
Like,
Weird.
Have you been getting? And I'm like looking around. I'm paranoid that there is like something like creeping or crawling around here, and I'm like, have you been getting any like weird calls or like messages?
no.
I think
Since that
Oliver,
night?
Since the potentially
I don't
the
think
other...
Oliver has any tact. He just looks down at his pocket where his phone is and looks back up.
All right. Well, in that case, just for funsies, do you want to roll to keep your cool? Just to
Yeah,
see.
sure. I like rolling
Oh.
things.
Rolling things is fun.
We can freak out
Uh,
together.
Yay.
So I rolled a 4. I have 2 colds, so that's still a 6. So it's still a fail.
Yeah, you gain a point of experience as like
I do in fact just look right at my
Everyone
pocket and then
knows-
look up.
everyone knows you're like it is insanely obvious.
No.
Oliver, please.
Hello, friend.
Was
Um,
it
Sorry,
a
maybe?
threatening text by any chance?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very.
that-
Yeah.
several.
Yep.
Several?
Okay,
Yeah.
several. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but since prank night, weird crap has been happening to me. The cameras have been following, and my phone's been going crazy, and I am. She looks around to see if anyone else is there, and is like, I am 100% sure I saw Jason Barlow's body in my closet.
At that point, Wisp just immediately looks at Oliver like...
Yeah, Oliver looked immediately at Wisp.
It's-
And I
It's like that.
I
It's
didn't
Always
do
Sunny
it.
scene.
Yeah. And I didn't do anything, and then I called Wisp, and then
Nobody.
when they got there, no body.
Sorry.
And
a body, but no body.
A body.
A body I
no
show
body.
up.
I
and
know.
no body.
I know it doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense.
At this point, I'm gonna like reach over and kind of like put just a hand on Alex's shoulder and just be like, did he look recently dead? He wasn't no foul play? Did you look at the body?
I looked at the body. I looked for bites. I looked for marks. There was nothing. It was just cold and glazed. There was no harm to the body. He was just slumped in my closet, and then as soon as I left and came back, he was gone. And I've been getting messages like crazy, like liar, liar. And we were all there, and so was Charlotte. I freaking hate Charlotte.
Sorry, Charlotte? Do you think she has
We were
something
all
to
there on prank night.
She got a text too.
At
You
this
saw-
time,
you saw
Charlotte
me.
opens the door to the store.
I just whirl.
My ears must be
summoned.
burning.
Do you have your click with you?
No, it's just Charlotte right now.
Completely on
Okay.
autopilot. Welcome to
They're
Sosis and Tees. We'll be
getting
right with you.
They need more. They need more help than I do, so they're off getting prepped for however long they need.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I'm sorry, my ears are fucking burning. What the hell are you talking about?
Who are you?
Oliver just peeks out behind the shelf that we're all behind because the shop's full of all the high shelves covered in shit. She's like, oh, just right back behind.
Charlotte, your
Blatantly
phone,
ignores Wisp.
your phone buzzes, and I feel like as that happens, you just see Alex go like immediately clock your phone, and you pull it out, and it's just Vi texting you something or other about how people keep going to the police station to give like false confessions of like killing Jason Barlow and whatever, and they're like ha ha ha, but everyone's staring at you.
I think Wisp would brush past Charlotte without looking at them and lock the door as soon as it closes behind you. Just lock.
Alex is gonna
Charlotte
walk
just
up to
does that.
Charlotte, and because she has lost her cool, any sense of like reduction in the way that she acts or stifling of certain urges is not happening. So she is
Mhm.
going to grab Charlotte by the scuff and pull her
Ew.
into her and go, "Are you behind this? Is this some sick fucking joke?"
Get your fucking mutts off of me, bitch! What are you
I
talking about?
throw her. Did you get a message?
I get a lot of messages. This is what happened when you're popular.
You know what
You know,
I
anything
fucking
that
mean,
actually
Charlotte.
matters, like from over your shoulder, anything that matters, actually important.
Not your
real world
posse
shit.
kissing your ass. A message. A weird message.
What kind of weird message?
Oliver just like clicks the door to
Not
the
from
upstairs
shit,
house,
Dave.
completely closed, and goes, from the social network.
Bzz.
I'm leaning against the door with it locked, keeping it that way. Just
Charlotte, your phone goes off, and I DM'd you.
oh,
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
That's not good.
Oh.
Oh.
Just like does the one finger and starts typing back.
I just saw
She's,
someone
like,
say this is
chewing
the
gum.
most people that's ever been in the store whatsoever.
It's not made for it either. Everyone keeps
No.
freaking out and then cluttering against like a candlestick.
amazing.
I think Oliver is actually like moving around people and just moving breakables out of the way of their path as they're all freaking out.
Just
around
in
the
case.
store. It's just in case.
With Charlotte holding up a finger from behind them, I'm just looking at Alex, just like now so annoyed, like visibly annoyed. Like,
I have a look of hold me back.
Hey,
It's
hey,
fun.
hey, Maddie.
Yeah,
Hey, Maddie. That last message, did that
Yeah.
come from Vi's,
it did.
or did that come from?
It did.
we're all just like watching Oliver now, like in the background, just boop, boop, boop.
Oliver's
Charlotte
doing
has
everything he
taken the
can
one
not to have to
finger.
look at Charlotte.
Charlotte has taken the one finger and like furrows her brow and starts like typing with both thumbs.
And you see that as you continue to type, that it kind of stops working, and then you tap it, and your phone goes black with
Stupid-
the little scroll thing that happens when your phone dies.
Stupid fucking oh, are you shitting me?
Charlotte, do you have something
What
you
the
want to
fuck
share
did you
with
freaks
us?
do?
It turns on again. And as you go
Okay.
to look at your phone, those texts aren't there.
But the ones I sent are.
No. The whole
Oh,
as you look
crazy.
down, it looks like you almost had a very short conversation with Vi that you don't remember typing. Just standard, just replying to what they were saying about the police things and whatnot, and makes no reference to anything.
What the fuck? Do you guys have some like weird fucking incense in here? Am I high right now?
God,
Not
It's
wish.
really.
prom
I
night. I
wish.
can't be high before. That's for after.
Right.
Mhm.
Do you? Sorry, is something wrong with your phone?
Fucking shit if I know. I gotta get a new one anyway. Ugh.
All right. Well, we don't sell those here. Are you gonna maybe buy something?
No,
or-
actually, I was coming here for a dress. Not for me, and I stare fucking at Alex. I'm not cheap like that.
Just kind of like-
I literally
Hey,
have to up the walk.
Wisp
Just moved in front.
Hey,
Yeah,
Charlotte,
Wisp is like, hold up.
Charlotte, would you like to shut this person down?
Oh.
Yes, I absolutely would.
Yeah, you don't have to shut them down with every comment, by the way. More so, I was reminding you that that is an option if you want
No,
to do
I
something
do.
about
That
it.
sounds like such a fun fucking thing.
Oh my god.
I gaze at the abyss.
A gaze of the abyss.
And that's with cold.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's just
yes.
tunnel vision now. Just
That's a 3, so that's a fail.
You gain a point of experience.
Hooray! We learned something.
And as Charlotte says this to you, you can't help but it feels a little lackluster. Like she's kind of reaching for it. Like she has other things on her mind and she's almost like reactively insulting you to kind of cover up fear.
Alex
Or
is just gonna make
confusion.
some snide comment, not so
Hmm.
quippy without your crew kissing your ass there, Charlotte.
More bitey. You got more fleas today?
Mother.
Just, like,
Wisp is.
I'm
Wisp
like
has decided
I'm
move.
turning to Wisp. I'm like, I'm gonna hit her.
Yeah, Wisp has
gonna
decided
hit
to move in front of Alex and is now standing in front of Charlotte, like with an air of try me, go for it.
There are so many breakable objects in this store. Please not
Yeah,
Gina.
Charlotte.
There's not a history here. Can we
Like-
maybe move this?
Yes, I won't
Charlotte
break
looks
anything.
past Wisp. Looks past Wisp. Isn't gonna deal with that thing in front of her. And looks over to Anastasia. I'm looking for like a dress for someone about yay high. On the small could possibly be a medium. I don't know, but she clearly doesn't have anything for tonight, and I want to make sure that she's dressed.
Well, first of all, that's not how dress sizes work. But also, well, look, it's
I don't
the
know
night
her
before
fucking
prom
boob
night.
size.
Okay, well, we sold a lot of our stuff already. It's a little last minute. Who exactly are you shopping for?
What's her little name? Melanie. That's her name. That's the bitch.
Mel. Okay. You can check that shelf over there, and I kind of like point towards the far back of the store, which is definitely not where the dresses are. And I just go, you can look over that way if you want. Try and see what you find.
Thanks.
And as soon as she's gone, I kind of like look at Alex, and I'm like, hey, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Do I look fucking okay?
Do you want something? I grabbed some stuff from Shit Dave on the way out. I could.
No, this is not some. This is not some kind of attempt at cold turkey gone wrong. I am freaking out because I keep getting weird messages. And I am not the only one, and I know I am not the only one.
No, I know you're not. It's okay. And I kind of like put another hand on her shoulder, and I just go, I believe you. It's fine. I got the message too. I think we all did. Is this the best
Alex
place
goes
to
a little,
talk?
ha!
Yeah, Maddie, can I roll to turn her on?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Does she get...
Audience, I just want you to know, I brought every single D6 I have. You only need 2, but I have them
You
all.
only need to.
I also
Yeah.
have a whole thing of 10 over here. Like,
Yeah,
we're not
of
here to
course.
play. We're here to play TTRPG stuff.
We're here to play flirt with your friends.
Always, yes.
Oh yeah.
Let's have the fun.
Oh shit. Turn someone on is hot, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I rolled a 10 plus 2, 12.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So, you
Alex
First
forgets
and
what the hell they're talking
foremost,
about.
you gain a string on Alex, and Alex react accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Do you want to step away from
What?
your phone or something? Do you want me to hold on to it for you?
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, sure. I take out my phone and I hand it to her, but I kind of drop it a little bit, as my hand is slightly shaking as I attempt to.
I've gone and stood by
lady?
Oliver, just looking between the two, like, okay, all right.
I just go, "Look,
Oliver
I
is
can-"
just staring in the direction Charlotte went to get a dress, which is not the right direction to get a dress.
I think
Very
I follow
obviously
your
not to
gaze.
Oliver.
It's like,
I'm gonna take the phone and I'm like, is it okay if I look for the text?
Yeah, no, please go ahead.
Okay.
The password's 6969.
Right. Okay, classic. And then I like look through her messages, like very briefly, see that there's nothing there. And then I go,
Actually, as you open up the DMs, you kind of I
Buzz.
feel you instinctually go looking for a DM in the same place that you got one, and you see nothing there, but you see a black video with a play button.
sorry, is this what you were talking about? And I kind of show the group, not just Alex.
You all see the same thing.
it wasn't a video. It was a call.
I've never,
Mm.
I don't know what that is.
I didn't
Can
get
I?
a video.
Yeah, wait. And before I hand it back, I'm just gonna like tab out really fast and then add my number to it.
Oh.
And then tab back over and be like, I added my number. If you need anything, you can call me. Maybe text me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Thanks. Yes. And she is just going to take it and try desperately to avoid eye contact because she is violently blushing, as she plays the video.
It's black, but you do hear noises and occasionally like a flash of light. Like it's in like the phone's in someone's pocket and you just hear and the sounds of just running footsteps, the sounds of branches breaking, the sound of grunting as someone masculine voice falls before they race up again and continue running. And then you just hear get louder and louder before a kind of like crackle of a phone call ending and the video ends.
Weird.
There's no fucking dresses over here.
No, I know there's no dresses, you idiot. I imagine you come back over, yeah.
No wonder you get. Yeah, no wonder you get no fucking service.
I
You
think
want me
we
to
just
help you?
got some.
I'll help you. Anastasia, I got it. I'll help them since you're being very instrumental in making Alex feel better. I will head towards the direction where the dresses are. I come in and visit Oliver at work just to annoy them sometimes. So, or just under the pretense of annoying them, but really I just enjoy their company. But I'm not going to tell him that. And I will walk the direction of the dresses and be like, Charlotte, let's go.
As
Looks
you
around.
walk, Wisp, you kind of like are walking and you feel your hip hit something, and a large pile of thick books kind of tumble to the ground.
Oh, not again.
I will start picking up the books. And
All of them are like, one's about the occult, the other one's about like kind of recipes for like herbs and something, spirituality. They seem cool as fuck.
I will set them down and then call to Oliver and Anastasia both. There's a stack of books I knocked over. I've stacked them back up. I don't know where they go.
It's okay. I'll take a look and I'll walk over and start like double checking the stack.
They are the books that were missing.
Oh. Were these on the ground when you saw them?
My
You
hip.
bumped into them?
Yeah, I bumped into them. They were just sitting there, which is kind of a weird place. I don't think I've seen those there.
Those are
Yeah,
usually on the
they-
front shelf.
Yeah. Oliver,
Yeah.
your grandparents said that they sold these like 3 days ago.
They're just old.
Right. They said that they sold these 3 days ago. To Jason.
I'm gonna go check the book. I'm gonna go check the receipt book to see.
You see
that-
that they were sold to Jason Barlow 3 days ago. And Anastasia, as you kind of like look over them, you can see that the spines look very butchered. And as you look further, you see that several of the pages in each of the books have been ripped out.
Those were vintage.
Oh,
Can I take one at random? Can I take specifically like one at random, I guess, and then look at the table of contents and see which pages in which section might have been ripped out or what the content might have been?
yeah. You have a look and you see that it looks like an entire chapter was ripped out, and that chapter was about banishing evil spirits in the home.
Hey guys, I think someone might have well, first of all, defaced the book, which is a fucking crime. But I think they
Wait, to face the book.
defaced. Yeah, look,
What?
and I flip open to the page and show off all the ripped, torn pages,
Oh.
and I go, "This used to be about banishing spells and the like."
Alex, right before you called me, I was in the shed and there was a bunch of stuff all over, and I thought maybe it was just stupid freshmen breaking in again, like they've done every year. But there was papers and a pillow and things, so maybe the papers are in the shed at the graveyard.
How did
Somebody
the papers
squatting
get
at the
in the shed?
graveyard?
How did they get there? I don't know. I was just cleaning up and they were there. And Alex called me. I didn't get a chance to look at them.
I mean, there's not much of a point in having them back now,
But I
but
should check that's what they are, huh?
yeah. Sorry.
Uh,
I mean, is there like a chance that Jason maybe borrowed them, ripped out some pages, squatted in the graveyard, and then came back and put them back? I mean, he's not a good guy, though,
Well,
right?
clearly
Like, he
it
was
didn't work
kind of a
because
dick.
he's
He was an asshole.
Yeah.
He was a dick.
Yeah,
he was,
He was
really not
terrified of graveyards.
Yeah.
He was terrified of
Just
graveyards.
Scared of the dead. Yeah. Because he wouldn't
How
go
do you
near a
know?
gravestone. Because I dared him to do it.
I was about to say, how do you know that? But that makes sense.
Huh.
I mean, which gravestone?
Hmm. Just any.
Just
We were around.
go. You were just hanging in the graveyard and just dared him to go touch a gravestone.
Yeah, don't you ever do anything fun?
Oh, Alex knows a lot about dares.
I
Oh!
snapped to Oliver. And she bites her tongue.
I know, I'm so sorry. I don't think Wisp says anything or alludes to the fact she does anything at all. There's nothing there.
Would either of you
All
like
I'm
to
gonna
roll
say
for
to-
anything? Because you're welcome to.
That's a
I
good
That's a
question.
secret.
I think
Good
I'll
question.
probably just say some snide comment being like, yeah, some people don't pussy out of dares. And
gonna
I
shut me
snap
down?
back. Yeah, I'll shut you down.
And then some people are dead, I guess.
I'll say,
Or missing.
Mm.
We don't know.
I'm going to say this isn't like a competing roll. They're just going to occur at the same time. I'll
Okay.
say, do you want to roll to keep your cool, dearest Oliver?
Right.
Just like, they're not like against each other. They're just at the same time.
Oh.
Unless you would also like to shut down, then you're also welcome to do that as well.
No, I mean, no, I think I'll just try and keep my cool, because mostly I just don't want to go unresolved trauma. That is a 9 for me.
Awesome.
I got a 7.
Oof.
Ooh.
Alright. So, we'll start with Alex first. So, Alex, of the reactions listed under Shut Someone Down, which one would you like to give to Oliver? You get to choose.
Ooh.
No,
Hold
I
on, let
think
me
it's
look
actually they give me a
quickly.
condition and I give them a reaction. Isn't it? When you shut someone down.
When you shut someone down, the you refers to the person doing the shutting down. Because they gain a point of experience if they lose.
So I get to
you
choose any of these reactions.
You choose the reaction that he has, and then Oliver, you get to give Alex a condition.
Gotcha.
Cool. I will say that Oliver loses a string on me.
Cool.
Alright.
And Oliver, what condition would you like to give? So, for those who don't know, conditions represent a character's social weakness. So it can be a nickname, things that people are saying about that person. They gain a little bit of a reputation now for having done what they did. And when you take advantage of a condition, you can you can move yourself forward, which means you add +1 to a roll against them, or take -1 away from something they do against you until that condition is removed, which can happen. What condition, what reputation would you like to give to Alex from this day forth, even just among the people around you?
Bad influence.
Cool.
Ouch.
You are a bad influence, Miss Alex Bain.
To be honest.
That's a good one.
Very
Awesome.
good one.
And then with Keep Your Cool, what did you get again?
I got let's see, that's 7, and then I have a +2, so that's going to be 9.
9. Awesome. All right. So, I would say what I'll offer to you is that this is bringing back some harsh memories for you, and you almost, like, you aren't one to resort to anger usually, but I think you take the time to look to all of these people, almost designing a different expression to each of them to spread that condition amongst them against Alex. Cool. You may continue. We did it, guys. We're doing the game.
We're
It's
doing the
happening.
Monster Heart.
Ah!
Oh my
We
god!
did
We're
the
hurt.
thing.
Are we doing it right? Who the fuck knows?
Trying to remember where we were.
You guys were yelling at
The
each
dare.
other.
About
There's
dares.
pages.
Yeah.
You
Do you
dared
wanna-
Jason to touch a gravestone.
Of all the strange stairs, interesting. Okay, great.
Okay, technically we asked him to stand and dance on it, but he didn't want to do that, so we're like, can you just fucking touch it? And then he didn't want to do that. And then he ran away screaming.
Wait, what?
This
From
was a
touching it,
while
right?
We're in the
ago.
graveyard.
This was
Did
a
you-
while ago. Really,
It was a hot minute ago.
it was less of a scream and more like he just was ranting at you as you left, because he didn't want to.
He was bitching.
He thought that that would be like desecrating people who had been buried here, and he had just yelled at you to repent as he left, and you were like, and
like
then
Jason.
went, I'm gonna tell everyone that he was scared and ran off screaming. Because he technically raised his voice, which could be construed as screaming.
Yep.
Yeah, he started squealing. I think he was reciting Bible verses at the same time. I don't know. It was hard to tell.
Gross.
Huh.
Yeah, it was
Do
kind of
you guys want to check out the pages? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a. I mean, we all agree something weird's happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the only
someone
weird
is-
thing is 5 of you in one place. 5? 3? 4? I can't
What-
count.
5
I
of
know you're.
us.
I know you're. spreading
Congratulations,
that.
you can
Come on.
count.
Bzz. Charlotte, your phone goes off.
Ugh.
It's
Do you want
fine.
maybe put that on silent? It's been we're going through something here.
Vi just, they text you just saying, found them address, don't even worry about it. XOXO. And
I
then,
just type back XOXO.
like a flurry of texts in the group chat from Tiff of just like, they're all the same outfit, but she's just positioning her hair in a different way. And she's like asking which one to go for. And this is her
Honestly,
pre's outfit. She will have a dress change before she goes to prom.
I text her back, Tiff, you slut, they're all the same, you colorblind bitch. XOXO, heart emoji, kiss.
She texts back, so true, you're always right, hard. And then love you 3 times.
Charlotte, are you with us? You gonna come to the
Are you,
graveyard?
are you?
Earth to Charlotte.
Hold on, let me just... I think I misplaced it.
We
Yeah,
need to do
you
the
know what, I
thing-
just can't find the fuck.
Yeah, there it is. All right,
I have
Oliver,
none of
can you
those.
Alex
walk up?
is walking away.
Once you walk to the door and it's locked and you're like, fuck.
I
Was-
I
gently,
just bang my
like,
head
push-
against it.
I like put my hand in between Alex's head and the glass and just kind of like gently push her head back and
You
then
are
unlock the
gently
door.
caressed by
Like Alex lingers a little bit too long. Like a
It's-
like
it's
like
very much
it's like
it's
a
like, what? Oh.
sorry, what?
Aw.
And I like curve my head around afterwards and I'm like, and I hold open the door for her.
You definitely want to get a rabies shot and an STD check after all that. I just look up Anastasia.
As you
I
guys
just.
look
I've had
forward,
them.
you just see Shit Dave standing there staring at you two.
I think.
Hand me
uh,
that.
I think that
Dave,
when
How did you get
Charlotte.
in there?
I think when
No,
Charlotte makes a
he's
little
on the
comment.
street.
she's just-
He's just waiting there. He's kind of like, it looked like he had been there for a second, almost like he was like psyching himself to go in. And now he's just
Oh, hey,
staring.
it's your
and he keeps
boyfriend.
looking between the two of you.
Yeah, where's your boyfriend, Charlotte?
At
Yeah, where's your
practice.
boyfriends?
Why aren't you?
Cause I'm
You're in the
like
dress. You're in the dress. You're in the dress. Hold, don't run. You're in the dress. If you tear that dress, you're never gonna forgive yourself.
yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
Dave,
It gets me so mad.
I know. It's fine. I'll hem it for you. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oliver would like
What's
to
up?
just move up to right next to Anastasia.
Cute.
Anastasia just
Uh.
kind of crossing her arms and like kind of moving her bag instinctually between herself and Dave.
I think Wisp
Not-
just realizes she's
uh.
hanging back with Charlotte and doesn't quite know what to do with that. Just stays there. Like,
Dave just looks to Charlotte almost like he then remembers something and he kind of reaches into his bag and hands you like a paper bag that you had ordered for the night. and then just goes, "Yep,
Oh, shit.
got it," and leaves.
I
Wow.
just kind of like
Oh
follow
shit,
him
he
as
didn't
he
even make me
leaves.
pay. That's great.
You paid him earlier. He runs a business.
I didn't pay him full. I
Yeah,
just
no,
put
actually,
two big bills on the
he's-
outside. He never knew.
He scurries back and goes, "Sorry, I need the rest of the deposit." And he's looking like
Oh.
directly at you, not looking at anyone else. And
Yeah,
he
Vi has
he
it.
looks like quite sobered in this moment.
Dave.
Which we
Yeah,
almost
I
never
don't-
see.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't hold the drug money. That's Vi. Vi holds the drug money, so you're gonna have to go to them.
He leaves.
Vi doesn't hold the drug.
That's weird.
I was gonna say, that's not the joke he does.
I have never felt so good and so bad about something.
Unironically, Dave has done this a million times before and immediately starts heading towards where he thinks Melanie is.
I love how we're pitting NPCs against each other. And
Because
they're
that's
everyone's wrapped up in the drama.
Dan's like he's
Lots of
Another
hearts.
job.
Alrighty, what are you guys doing?
Graveyard, yeah? You guys
Graveyard.
Are
have nothing
you
better to do?
from like just side-eye to Charlotte? Are you coming with?
I mean, now I just have to know. Isn't even looking at Wisp, just like looking at the rest of the group, like, yeah, no, now I have to see where the fuck this goes.
Incredible.
Alrighty, you
Walking.
guys head to the graveyard. It's not too far from here. You guys walk past the small church that sits right next to the graveyard, and immediately walking in, you see the bottom half of your father, Wisp, as he's kind of like seems to have a bag out and is stuffing something, just muttering to himself in the shed.
I thought it
I-
was just half of his body.
In this game,
Yeah.
it could have been.
Honestly,
I was traumatized.
Now you know how I feel.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hey! Everyone! Oh, goodness.
No.
Hey! I think I know some of your names. I am Samuel Holloway. It is lovely to meet friends of my dear Wisp. Oh, lovely. What are all of your names? Of course I know you too. Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Okay. Dad, please just focus
Yep.
first. Yeah.
Focusing.
Did you throw away a bunch of papers in that as a gesture to like the garbage bag?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were these yours? I assumed
No,
it was those freshmen
just-
again.
I just need to look at them.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. You know my bag. I can't be bending over.
How
Alright.
about I clean up the rest of the shed while we do this? I meant to do it earlier anyways.
Oh, you don't have to work if you're hanging out with your
Nope,
friends.
Dad, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yep, these
Okay.
are my friends.
All right, kiddo. Well, you got prom tonight, so make sure you take some photos, and I'll put them in the album.
Of course, I'm gonna borrow one of your ties later, just so you know.
Sure thing. Bye, everyone. Have fun at prom. I'm sure I will see photos in the newspaper. I am very excited. Okay. See you
Okay,
later. Oh, I hope I don't see you later.
Please
And
leave.
he leaves.
Mr. Holloway.
Nope,
There's-
don't do that. Mm-mm.
I'd lean over to Wisp, and I'm like,
His beekeeping age.
beekeeper, no!
Can I roll hot on Mr. Holloway?
I'm so
Juice.
Not gonna lie, Wisp, I was thinking about turning on your dad. Not gonna
How do I
lie.
make a persuasion check in this game?
You know what? This has been great. I gotta go. My friends are trying to romance my dad.
Yeah,
I gotta
Charlotte
leave.
does give the energy of, so your dad keeps bees.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool that he keeps
Charlotte has the
bees.
energy of just like,
It's a hobby.
fuck your dad. Oh, fuck your dad.
But as a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a threat.
Yeah, exactly. Just to prove
And
to you that I can.
unveiled threat lingers for a
Mhm.
second before you realize the bag in your hand and you're like, oh shit, yeah.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna start pulling out the papers and putting them, like, there's a little workbench. I'm gonna just start putting all the papers on the workbench
Cool.
and unfurling them as best I can.
You see the chapter that had been missing, the kind of banishing evil spirits. You see some points have been crudely underlined and circled. You see, as you look closer, there's also some, looks like, files and photocopies that have been stuffed into like a manila folder. And as you look at the back, you see that it is from the Blackwood Gazette, from their archives. And you kind of rush through and you see some like really old newspapers that had been photocopied. And I'll just go over all of them briefly, then you guys can let me know which stuff you'd like to look at. You see a lot of pages about different types of malevolent spirits and ghosts, and also you find a small pocket Bible, which you recognize belonged to Jason, and
So
it
Jason.
has been marked. And kind of looking through that, you see all of them are about defending yourself from evil, and a couple about repenting.
Flip to the Bible very briefly. Like, I do not look very hard. Yeah, it's like
actually, can you?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Jason's has been brandished at all of us at least once.
Oh.
Can you?
This is actually
please?
Jason's bird book. It just also happens to be in Bible verses.
Yeah, of course. That's what this is. Everybody gets a specific chapter and verse.
This is kind of left not proper, but can you please roll to gaze into the abyss for me?
Yes, I was gonna see what I needed to do anyways, so you good. Okay,
good.
great. Gazing into the abyss.
For the audience members at home, Maddie, what does gazing into the abyss mean?
So, so that you know, gaze into the abyss. You'll notice we have mentioned some of them, but where the usual skills for D&D instead are four called volatile, cold, hot, and dark, and everything falls under that. Hot is sexy. Cold is keeping your cool and shutting someone down. Volatile is attacking, running fast, and dark is how connected you are to the supernatural, how far you can look beyond the mists, or how affected you are by it. What'd you get?
A 10.
Okay. You pass out.
Great. Cool.
You drop the Bible. You drop the Bible and you pass out.
It is like
And
it's a
just-
demonic looking thing, like eyes in the back of the head, and then yep.
Bang. And you know, like some of your friends know that sometimes you're low iron, so it's fine. Anyways, we will just cut to you. You, I will say, in retrospect, when you come back to, everything that you see quickly feels like a dream. And as you kind of like sit up again, almost like you remember seeing everything, but you're not sitting in there lucidly. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
English. You hear your own voice echo around you, just in the darkness, but you don't see anything, like a person who's blind, where you just can't access that. And you just start hearing like a muttering of voices kind of behind you, and they all sound like you, just whispering things that you can't really hear. And as you channel into your darkness, they become clearer, and you just hear, "Not as all as it seems." And then a whoosh, and then you hear, "You did the right thing, and then you hear another whoosh and say, "This is your fault," and then another whoosh and go, "This is not your fault." And then you get just one blazing vision of a hand falling out of a closet door before you wake up. Do you see all of these people surrounding? Almost like as soon as you fell and hit the ground, you woke up again. So you just see a bunch of people go, "Ah!"
Are you
and
good?
the Bible tumbles out of your hand.
That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Are you okay? Does anybody have water?
No.
Where the fuck would we have
I
water?
left my Gatorade
I have
at home.
Fireball.
I do not want your fire.
I feel like it. Wait, no. I take the
Well,
fire. I'm like,
shot of
sniff this.
Fireball.
Anastasia, you hear, "Does anyone have water?" And your drink bottle just kind of gets tucked behind you into a different bag, and you're like, "No."
Well, so, like, say, Alex, believe you about the body. I already kind of believed you about the body falling out of the closet, but now I absolutely believe you about the body falling out of the closet. Because I saw it. I'll just kind
Hold
of
on,
sit
there
up.
was a body in it. Okay, no. It was in
Yeah.
a closet?
Yeah.
I
Body in the
found.
closet. Body.
I turned to the rest
Jason,
of the people.
yeah.
I mean, you saw it.
Yeah,
Jason
yeah.
Marlowe, his
Yep.
his dead body in my
a
closet.
hand falling out of the closet. Yeah, I
Hand
definitely saw
falling,
that.
he slumped.
Hmm.
And I didn't put him there.
No.
And then he disappeared.
Right.
I didn't see that in the vision. I just saw him kind of falling, like a hand falling out. Yeah. Cool.
Wiz, but does Jason have a grave here yet, or is it not yet set aside?
I don't think it's
He's
been
still
because he's just been
missing.
missing.
They haven't
He's
found
still
his
missing
body.
as of this morning.
We have
You
a couple.
guys are the only ones that know that something could be wrong.
What? We have a couple.
Most people, from what you understand, think he's a runaway case, but
Oh.
but for some reason, usually you would think if they were very sure it was a runaway case, they wouldn't have called it a missing persons case overnight. That seems weird. But then again, that you think about it, him running away would be severely out of character. So you're not sure.
We have a couple of plots that we always keep open, like just in case, somebody's wandering through, or we have a Jane Doe, things like that. We could check there, just to see if anything's overturned. But maybe.
Beyond
Cool.
that.
Does anyone want to carry this Bible? Because I can't have it on me.
The rest of the paper is still just laid out neatly in piles. Would you like to look at anything else?
I know,
I
I'd
think
like
I'll
to take a look at the pages too.
Yeah, I think I'll
which ones? The book pages or the
pages.
Gazette stuff? Book
Yeah.
pages? Looking through, as you take the time to look through, you begin to see that in the margins there is scrawled notes.
You wrote in it.
Oh, just on the ripped out pages.
No
And he
Yeah, I
was
know. He
signed.
ripped it out and he wrote
Yeah.
on it. It's
No,
annoying.
he did.
respect for
Vintage.
books.
Yep.
If we didn't like him before, we hate him now.
Yeah. And you see that you're not sure if it's just like coincidence that you come across it or you just hyper focus on it just because of who you are, but there is a section about malevolent spirits, ghosts, those kinds of people that linger because they seek revenge. And you see that in like a section that includes reasons why a spirit lingers. It's because they were murdered. It's because they have people that they left behind. It's because something was unsolved, or they need to get revenge, or because they don't enjoy people's values, because people lied about their death. And the word lie is circled heavily. And as you look through, you see over and over on these pages the words lie, secret, and mask are all circled. And as you just glance at the Bible, it's the exact same. Almost like whoever did that, it took them time to do that. And then, yeah, that's all that's in the book pages so far. So what is everyone else doing?
Can I just like keep an eye out and make sure that no one's coming while
Yeah,
these two inspect the
totally.
rest of the books? And
Yeah, you keep an eye out, just looking around, kind of keeping an eye on people, making sure no one else is going to faint or whatnot. Yeah, you do so.
I think Alex is gonna take a look through, see all the kind of like circling messages and shit. Be like, mask. Isn't our prom like a masquerade ball
this year,
kind of?
yeah.
You don't think something's gonna like, you know, like go weird at the prom, do you? Like this is this
Better
like
not.
senior-
I kind of whirl on Charlotte, and I'm like, Charlotte, if anything, you would know. What is?
That's true.
Yeah, what's going on, Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte, are you on the prom committee or do you stay out of that?
No, I'm not in the prom committee. Tiff is in the prom committee though.
Yeah,
And then I just tell her what
you
to
just
put
get
in.
voted for.
Yeah, I just put my
So
votes in through
who-
Tiff.
Who do you think is your rival for prom queen? Or is it kind of, you're like, it's in the bag?
I'd like to think it's in the bag, but my rival is in this room, I think. And I stare at Anastasia.
Yeah, I'd say the people who have voted would be this one random from a different class who just kind of like has a lot of friends in a very specific group who maybe voted them in as a joke. I would say Tiff gets nominated, but in the way that like in Mean Girls the other two get voted and everyone just kind of accepts that they won't get it. Very, very recently was Anastasia joined the list. It was kind of unspoken. She never acknowledged it, I imagine. Do you think Anastasia would? She pretends like she doesn't know. She doesn't even know.
Yeah, she has no clue. She's just kind of vibing.
Alex is fully
Band
into
kids would like to
facing
remain
any
silent
and
on
all
why it's
posters.
happening.
Any marketing that Charlotte has done, Alex has made an active effort to deface it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Piece of shit.
Eventually Charlotte went over to just like advertising online, and then Vi set it up that all of it had been hidden from Alex's accounts, and then Alex made new accounts and just kept managing to
It
like
even put
to do
Vi
it.
through a run.
I
Oh,
let
yeah.
Alex use my accounts.
I like to think that like Tiff got nominated and then was like, oh well, I can't because I'm on the prom committee, but was gonna run anyway. And then Charlotte wasn't nominated. She's like, I mean, anything for you, Charlotte. And just,
yeah,
like,
I
gave
think
her
it was
nomination to her.
it was more like you both were nominated, and then Tiff made the excuse. Suddenly she seemed very excited when they were announced over the loudspeaker and kind of like looked to you for approval, and then the last anyone heard, she had withdrawn being in the running, claiming that because she was on the committee it would be biased.
Conflict of
Biased,
interest.
yeah, clearly.
I will say, just randomly, Wisp,
Oh.
because of your kind of sudden connection to the darkness in you, I think in this moment you are slightly a little bit more in tune
Sure.
than you usually would. Occasionally you see weird things and you're just like,
I'm used to it, but it's fine.
You're not sure if it's a trick of the light, but almost as you think of this, you notice a kind of subtle, smoky, glowing line, 3 of them, chain out from Charlotte and disappear into the distance. And occasionally they move and shift. And then as you blink, they kind of disappear.
I'm staring way too long at Charlotte, and then comfortable amount, unblinking, and then kind of
Need
blink a little
something?
bit and then gone.
So, was anyone gonna look at the archives, or are you doing that at the same time, Oliver?
I can take a look at it if no one else is.
I can't read.
I guess that it does make sense
That was
that the
so
nerd's kind of like,
fast.
I'll be over here reading shit.
Everyone's
I'm not
arguing.
gonna
you're
touch
just
potential.
like,
That was just
Can't
so-
read.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put my fingerprints over potential evidence. Fuck.
That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
Wisp is far too busy just staring
Looks
and
on
blinking
you.
at
I don't
Charlotte
need
for way too long.
fingerprints.
You look through these. It looks like there is a file in the archive that is for. It looks like it used to be like really big and hold a lot, and like most of it was taken out, and just the folder that has a year printed on it and a month for a decade ago. And inside you see several photocopied newspaper articles all about a missing persons case 10 years ago for a student called Luca Proctor, who disappeared 10 years ago, was never found. And you see that there is scrawling writing again, this time on the back, almost like all of the research had been put together and this was just it all being written out together. And some little pages have been torn off and put in almost like this like weird like map, like a detective on the pinboard type of thing. That just highlights the words ritual, and then you see a small ticket to the prom stuck down and says, "It's too late. The most power must be stopped. Only the truth can free us."
So all this is missing is some red string and push pins. Anyone know who Luca Proctor is?
Do we? Or was
Yeah,
it?
Anastasia, you're interested in history. Would you be interested in learning the history of a town you visit? Like, would that be something that your character would be interested in?
Oh, 100%. Is that going to be a gaze into the abyss thing?
I would just say you tell me. Do you think that that would be something that she would do?
Yeah, fuck
Okay,
it.
like I have to check the archives.
Alright.
Wait.
I will say
Kinda going back
you
to our
as
lore.
a person, despite how young you are, you have been built and designed to retain information far beyond the usual capabilities. And for that, I think in these first few years of your life, you just remember everything. You know, eventually as the years go on, it will get worse and worse, but you're fresh blood, as it were. And you also know that you have been taught to always stay aware of the goings on in a place so that you can avoid what you need to avoid and stay invisible and be ready to move on when you need to. And sometimes it's doing some background work. So you recall just briefly hearing about this, about when someone mentioned, oh, this town is always quiet. You know, the police don't really do anything, and that sounded perfect for you, but it was apart from that Proctor boy a few years back. And I imagine with your curiosity, you might have wanted to know about this kind of morbid curiosity. Maybe you asked around, talked to a few people. You can make people tell you stuff if you want them to. You're a friendly face. And
That's it.
yeah, you learnt that Luca Proctor was a senior 10 years ago who was voted prom king at prom. But unfortunately he was voted as a joke. He was publicly humiliated in front of the entire school, and then he disappeared. It was a runaway case for a long time, and eventually the world moved on. Those people graduated, people forgot about it, but the phrase "nothing ever happens in Blackwood but that one time" is a often used phrase amongst the older people in this town.
Christ. He was an old prom king a long time ago, 10 years ago. Is that...
Do I know if he has any relatives that have been buried in this graveyard? Are his parents here?
Yeah,
Do we know?
he has a gravestone here. There is nothing in there, but before his parents moved away from this town, they just held a ceremony for themselves, just to almost lay his memory to rest. And the Proctor family has many gravestones here. You recognize the last name immediately. They are some of the founding members of this town. In fact, his parents owned portions of the woods where people used to do a lot of logging, and it kind of died off after a while, but they used to be very powerful in this town until they weren't.
He has a gravestone. It's empty as far as I'm aware, but maybe that's another one to add to the list to check out.
Do you know where it is?
Of course, I know every gravestone. I am here far too often.
Why would
You
you have
head
a
over to
gravestone
it?
with no body?
Because sometimes you need something to, put a memory to rest, or just, overcome your own trauma or deal with it in your own way, since there's nothing to lay to rest, She doesn't say it unkindly, I think. She just says it like more matter of fact. Sometimes you have to do this.
Weird, but okay.
You guys head over to this gravestone, which is covered in vines and leaves, but it still is taken care of because both Wisp's dad and themselves take care of this place and make sure that everything looks good. But the dirt looks unturned in just a small section right against the gravestone. And you, while it might not look obvious to the eye, Wisp, you are very familiar with the look of loose dirt.
Don't touch anything. I'll be right back. I will run to the shed and then come back with a small trowel, like a little shovel, and dig at it. Without saying anything, because I have she looks confused and a little unnerved.
Yeah, you just hear immediately just a tap, tap. And you kind of move it around, and resting in the dirt, you see a mobile phone, broken, shattered. Like, it looks as though it landed on the corner and shattered outwards, and then almost has been snapped in half.
I tried the power button anyways. I know it probably won't work.
Nothing.
She's like, I have to try every avenue. And then she looks to Charlotte. Pixel, is this Jason's? And then realizes
Sorry,
and
what?
blinks and goes, Charlotte, is this she just hands it.
I take it like you're taking a really slobbery toy from a dog. Just like look at it. He had like Jesus on it. Hold on.
It is-
You meet
It looks-
the eyes of the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
roll
The
roll
cross
to
and
gaze into the
everything.
abyss.
Roll to gaze into Jesus. Yeah, that's Jason's.
okay.
That is the most destroyed phone I've ever seen, and that's saying something.
Wouldn't it be funny if this was the grave that we told him to dance on? I don't think it is, but that'd be funny.
I just
right?
I just Okay,
They all
what
kind
we
of look the
found?
same.
It looks very obviously purposefully destroyed.
Yeah.
You
This is like a vendetta scratch. In which you throw someone's phone because they cheated on you, kind of thing.
Have you done that a lot?
You would know.
No, but I've seen it done a lot.
That's not what I heard.
I don't think Lottie's ever cheated on anybody.
Oh, please.
Kind of
No one cheats on
quietly.
me.
Right, you just kiss other people and then move on, right? Phone.
Yeah.
Give.
Ow.
Yeah. She takes the phone. back.
Oliver's just looking at Anastasia, then back to this.
Oliver, like,
Cool. Thank you. I'll take the phone back without a second glance. So,
Zzz.
phone's here.
Oliver, your phone
Oh, no.
buzzes in your pocket.
God.
I love that
Alex
for you.
like visibly like jumps at the sound of something.
Just a very unsure pulling out of his own shattered phone and looking at it.
You see that just your camera is open and is just, yeah, it's just open.
Oh. Hmm.
What's so
Front
tough
cam or
off the
back
field
cam?
are you? Yeah, front cam or back cam? Which cam?
Yeah, which cam?
Looking out.
Oh,
back
so
cam.
looking like down at the ground.
Yes.
Back cam.
I turn I close the camera app, turn the phone off, and flick it back on.
It's the same again.
You good?
It's probably
Your phone
just
acting weird?
bugging.
As you move
I mean,
your
dude,
phone,
look at it.
you move your phone as you kind of look it over, and just quickly for a second, you see your name on the gravestone.
That's not good.
The soil
I-
perfectly unturned, never dug up.
I think the second Oliver sees that, he absolutely it does the thing where you just drop phone like hot potato, like the phone
Oh,
falls
hey.
onto the grave.
Whoa.
What the fuck is with the service today? Jesus.
Did you get a weird thing?
Is it text?
It
No.
might have just been a bot. Don't worry about it.
God, I hope you get. Alex is gonna switch to try. Like, God, I hope you get a message. I hope it's real
On that,
nasty.
you start to hear the chime of FaceTime on your phone, Charlotte, as Vi FaceTimes you.
Oh my god. Wait, here, let me
Oh,
answer.
hold on,
Let
I
me
have to
do it.
talk to
Let me
people
do-
who actually
No, wait,
matter.
let me do it.
Hi!
Hey,
Oh my god, I took a picture.
Are you okay?
Hashtag graveyard.
bonus content.
Yeah, why?
Ugh.
Did shit Dave find you? Very purposely keeping
No.
these people out of frame.
Why?
Oh, because I told him that you had drug money, so I just sent him on
No.
wild goose.
Why did you change your username?
What?
Like,
I didn't change my
on
username.
everything. What the fuck is a pixel days? I mean, if you're trying something
Vi?
cute, like
Vi?
go up.
Vi? Hey, no, Vi.
I
Like,
think
it's really close.
Wisp
Walks
is
15
doubled
feet
over.
away.
Wait, did we hear that?
Did you just have
on
it out?
It was
yeah,
on-
you
yeah,
all
this
She
heard
doesn't have
that.
AirPods.
Wisp is
Walks
doubled over.
15 feet away, like starts like whispering essentially. I need you to delete that on literally every platform. I don't care if my Instagram goes down. I need you to delete it.
But I don't have your pass. I'm just kidding. And she and they hang up.
Thank you. And I
Wisp
text
is
them XOXO.
dying.
And then you
Jesus.
see you also have a text from Tiff, who just goes like, who just sends you a message going, "Love it, so different, so unique, love you."
Shut the fuck up, whore.
Okay, XOXO.
She's gonna
Also-
start
and then
her
I
own-
Okay, and it's a selfie.
And I go on my own like social medias and I check the username as Vi's deleting them.
Every single username on every single one of your social medias has been changed.
I go into my emails, I'm like, yo, did I get like a hack alert or anything like that?
Yeah. You do. You get a flurry of emails that looks like from each and every one that says your phone has been logged into a phone in this area, and it says that it's within Blackwood. Where usually it would say like what type of device, it doesn't really say that, but it says
Just
that
as phone.
every single one has been logged into on a separate device.
And that's not like just now, like that's not Vi doing that on that
No.
one. Okay.
They probably got sent
Alright.
about 20 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Service in the
I
graveyard's
walk
body.
back to the walk back to the group with my hand, with my phone in
Pixel
my
has
hands
regained
exactly like this.
composure. Like Wisp has regained composure of just like the little smirk, just a little one.
Okay.
Alex is just muttering to herself, "Pixel day. What is a pixel?"
Every time
What?
you mother it, I smirk just a little bit more.
Charlotte's almost breaking her phone. Hey, which one of you little motherfuckers is hacking into servers and changing usernames and shit like that? Because that's not funny.
You've been with us the
Finally.
last, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. So in what time frame do you think that we did that?
I don't know, maybe your weird fucking friends in Canada or some shit.
What weird friends in
If they're even real.
You've met one of the... Okay, that's... Anyways. Okay, great.
What is happening?
We've
Why?
all, if you've missed the entirety of the conversation, weird things have been happening. Do you think maybe just
But you're
right now,
weird
just put
fucking
two and two-
people.
You're a weird
Sorry,
person.
what pixels something?
Shut the fuck up.
Make me.
Oh,
I would like to pin Alex against a tree.
oh.
Okay,
Hey,
could
yo.
you please, would you rolling to
Careful.
lash out
Careful
physically
now.
or rolling to turn someone
No,
on?
I'm rolling to turn them
Or shut
on.
someone down.
What's
It can be any of
We make
those.
out. That's the
What's
only
the
option right now.
Hey,
We
look,
just
I'm
stand there
searching
and
for
watch you
vibes
make
here, you
out
tell me.
like... What?
I think that we're actually going to roll to turn on.
Oh!
Oh,
The three of
I'm
us
just getting rizzed up left and right, and I am here for it. I made a very sexy,
standing there like,
sexy
this is-
baseball player lesbian, and I am here for it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 12.
Oh my God.
Alrighty. So,
Uh,
you gain a string on Miss Girl over here, and
Nice.
also they react. How do you react? So either they give themselves to you, they promise something they think you want, or they get embarrassed and act awkward. Or if you can think of something else, I'm happy to hear it. But you are affected by this.
Yeah, I mean, clearly. I imagine. So you pin me up against a tree.
Yeah.
This is gonna. How? Are my hands above or to the side? This is very important.
It's the full like hand here.
funny thing is, I don't think that Charlotte is meaning this in a sexual way, but she just doesn't know how else to threaten people except for
That's
be
real.
sexy. So
True. Fair.
She's
I think-
staring directly into your eyes, but like through her lashes.
I think that it's one of those things where it's like we're about to get into what seems like a cat fight, and instead Charlotte just like grabs your hand and pins it against the tree above you.
Do you say anything
Fuck
to
around.
them? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I'm not here to fuck around right now. This is some serious fucking shit, so please stop messing with me. God damn it.
I think like as you were going to like lash out physically, like to like attack, you almost get like weirdly shut down by it, and you're like almost like when you're in a fight and they just start screaming, and you're like, okay, whoa, what the fuck?
I see she used
giving
her
bad
sex as an
energy.
aversion.
Mm. How are you reacting to this?
Okay, so she pins me.
Mhm.
Which how tall is Charlotte?
Charlotte is always wearing block heels at the very least, so she's about 5'7" to 5'9" on a daily.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So you're well above me then. Cause we love we're a short queen.
Short and angy.
Certainly not 5'9", 5'10". So I am pinned up against the tree, and you say, "Stop fucking around, stop messing with me." And I think Alex is just gonna go, "Oh, but you look so cute when you do."
Okay. Charlotte's like, ew. Just pushes away immediately and dejects 10 feet back. Like, okay,
And I'm
ew.
just gonna hold my hands and go,
Disgusting.
"Worked on Ezra."
Wisp has walked away. She is gone. You look around and Wisp is gone. She cannot stand here and watch it. She has walked away.
Oh.
God damn.
Oliver, how are you doing right now? Kind of.
Oh, he's still staring at the phone on the ground.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sexy interlude.
Sorry, I do-
Sorry, back to your
No,
existential
I like
crisis.
the sexy interlude could keep going, honestly, and I'd be fine with it.
It's fine.
But I do have to ask
Fuck
our
your dad.
beloved MC if I have to take the condition traumatized now because of that happening. Due to the ghost
okay,
mood
I'll say
unresolved trauma.
roll to keep your cool, and we shall see.
Let's see. Oh, I do not need to. That is an 11.
Oh, wonderful. You are, whether it is a healthy you're handling it or a unhealthy you're handling it, who knows? But you kind of lock it down and you almost feel yourself like gravitating back towards the papers of being like, it's time to be useful, even though you've already looked through all
Yeah,
of
I
them.
think it's very much a compartmentalization thing of, well, the phone is going to stay on the ground for now, and I'm just going to look at these papers again.
Step 2, okay, tick. Yeah. Awesome. As you look through these papers and this is going on, Wisp, you start to walk away, and as you pass by just out of kind of earshot of everyone else, the rest of you, bzz, your phone flashes on. A DM from you know who.
Yep.
A screenshot of a text exchange between Wisp and the Silent Network. Wisp sends a link to an online drive with the caption, "Do as you will." And then another screenshot comes through. A screen recording, I'll say, of the file opening and every screenshot. The grinder messages, the search history, the news reports of the parents going through the court system. everything. And I think we'll end this session there for tonight.
Maddie,
God
you're
damn.
cruel.
That's fine. We'll just
cruel.
scream.
I could keep going.
Alrighty, so I think we'll popcorn around again. So we'll start with Ivy.
Can I
please-
take traumatized?
Ivy, tell us where the people can find you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ivy. My pronouns are she, her. I'm Gamer the Girl everywhere else that you can possibly find me. I DM professionally over on Dice Cream Sandwich 2 to 3 times a week, so come catch me over there. When I'm not DMing over on Dice Cream, then I'm over on the Crit Awards account, where I'm the CEO and founder of the Crit Awards, which is Creator Recognition in TTRPGs, which is a TTRPG award show.
Good.
So yeah, that's
Great
where.
award show.
Yeah, Diana attended. It was a great time. Diana looks hot. Anyways, and speaking of, I'm gonna popcorn over to Diana.
Yeah, I'm Diana of the Rose on literally everything, mostly TikTok, Twitch here most recently, Instagram and whatnot, pretty much everything. Most of my content is based around making DMing, GMing, and whatnot easier for people and lowering barriers to gaming in general. And there's a bunch more content to come, so stay tuned, check it out. But in the meantime, I'll be here next Tuesday with everyone else, just vibing, showing up on Actual Plays pretty much at random. So keep an eye on my socials for announcements about those. I'm going to pop over to Kiki.
Hello, I'm Kiki Does Stuff. I do stuff. You can find me at Kiki Does Stuff on pretty much everywhere, but on Twitch I am Kiki Do Stuff, where we do some streaming. That's basically it. I do stuff. If you want to know what, figure it out. I'm gonna pop it over to Hannah.
Oh, my name is Hannah. It is. I don't know why I needed to reassure you. I'm Hannah Plays D&D. Just in case. I'm Hannah Plays D&D on everything, TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz. Follow me there. I pop up on streams sometimes, and hopefully there is more to come. So yeah, pop it over to my lovely friend Hugger Mugger over here, because yeah, there you go. Popped.
I am Hugger Mugger, better known as James. That's so pointed.
That's a very specific inside joke.
You can find me at Hugger Mugger just about anywhere, including Instagram, TikTok, and soon to be here on Twitch when I start cozy streaming. And that's about it from me. But we can go back down to our MC in charge.
Hi,
To warn them.
oh Lord. Hi, I'm Maddie. I was your master of ceremonies for tonight. Obviously, we're not ending it here. If you want to see how this story will come to an end, if you want to see Prom Night, the night of all nights, you should come around this time next week. Same time, 4:30 PST, 7:30 EST, 10 a.m. for me. And continue watching. If you would like to support the stream, you can find all of my links on my Twitch channel. Please feel free to follow so you can keep in contact, receive the email notifications when we go live again. Thank you to the people who gifted subs. I think people gifted subs throughout this. I kept my eyes off the chat because I am a scared little person. Thank you so much. You're incredible, incredible, incredible. Be sure to follow these people. And if you liked what we did, please let me know, because I would love to keep hosting actual plays on here. But yeah, we will see you next week for some more Monster Hearts, The Nightmare Before Prom Night. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye!
God, I can't wait. Bye!